Welcome to the Nomad Network, your first stop for complete and comprehensive Chicago Bears football coverage. Dive deep into analyses, updates, and all things Bears. Subscribe to our YouTube channel today and never miss a beat. Thank you in advance for your support. We promise to bring you the best because together we're unstoppable. Go Bears!
Yo, no maniacs. Welcome to this special edition of a free agent frenzy period right now. It's Bears have been busy a little bit, man. So I've got my free agency tracker up and running, and it's slowed down quite a bit these last, let's just say the last couple of hours a little bit. But man, Trickle's on here earlier. I didn't realize it until like 30 minutes ago. On here for about almost 4 hours. Hey, next time check and see how much storage you got. You almost ran out of space.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, man, it was storage. You had like 17 minutes left. You had like literally 17 minutes left.
That's good, because I was building with big up to all the no maniacs that came through, all of the kid Canuckers that came through. And all of the sports Chicago stylers, you know what I'm saying? That because we had names during our sharing today, and all of the signings that went on, all of the trades that went on, and all of the free agent Bears that signed on other teams that went on. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out. And now we're gonna kind of recap the day.
Hey, you know what? I got a little suggestion. Kids, I'm gonna need your input here, man. It's choice A, choice B. We gotta give Big Neville a nickname. I want to call him Big Syrup or Big Maple.
That's definitely Big Maple.
Big Maple.
Right. Sounds like a winner. Big Maple it is.
Or
Big Maple.
Or the Maple Jerk.
Nah, Maple. We just gonna call him Big Maple.
I'm just saying, Maple Jerk might work too, man.
No Diddy.
Big Jamaican boy, man. He's definitely about some jerk chicken and some
okay. We'll stick with Big Maple.
All right, Big Maple.
I didn't know he had Jamaican roots, but we'll get to that.
His name is Neville Gallimore. What do you mean?
Because you have African descent, man.
African.
Well, we all got African descent.
So, okay, it's little things to know. I'm like an exception to this rule, but under normal pretenses, you meet a Jamaican, his name is probably like as old UK British as possible. So I got Jamaican homies out here named Ainsworth, Rohan, Ewart, Hubert, like as like I'm telling you, man, like as old English as possible, and none of them go by that name. You know what I mean? Like those are their real names. Rohan, don't go by Rohan. Ainsworth, don't go by Ainsworth.
I wonder why.
It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just how it is. And the last names are super, because of slave trade and all that, they are super old English. So that's where you get a Neville Gallimore, man. That is as Jamaican as humanly possible.
Are we sure he's not one of the Neville brothers?
He might have eaten one of the Neville brothers.
What up, FFG?
Neville, man. Good to have you as a Chicago Bear, bro. Man, I'm a little, out of it all. That makes me happy. I don't know about the rest of the world and all that, but it makes me happy again. This is a kid I know. Like so my son, when he started playing football, He played for like this ragtag team called the Canterbury Mustangs. Neville, you know what's up. And the Canterbury Mustangs was like in one of the worst parts of town. I live in the suburbs, so I used to bring him and my next door neighbor's kid down across town. Like I work about a block away from this part of town. I have to come all the way a half hour back, and then a half hour, pick up the boys, and then come a half hour back in the other direction, back to where I'm working, basically, to take them to practice, take them to games. And this team is like just a ragtag team, man. That's all I can tell you is, man, it was just some of the poorest kids in town who love football. And man, like watching this kid as a young boy, he was always a young, big boy. But when I say big, like he was never like, I would never call him fat. Just solid. You know what I mean? Thick and solid, little bowling ball type thing, and nice kid, man. Really good kid. He's about he's just a couple years older than my son. He was playing with an older group, but his quarterback has a younger brother that was playing with my kid. And so we'd see them all the time. They run like Neville and Josh would wind up playing with the kids at Styles' age and with his group. So I'd see him all the time. I'd watch him play all the time. Won a couple little championships here with the league, and eventually he gets older, goes to university, goes to I'm going to call it JUCO, but it's not JUCO. It's like it's prep school and preps. And this is why, like, same thing with Akeem. This is why it takes a little bit longer for a Canadian to get to the NFL. So you will probably get scouted by university here. If you get scouted by university here, that's good. You might play a year in university, and then if a prep school sees you playing, they'll bring you over to the prep school, and prep school is sort of like JUCO, where it's like, you can play for us for a year at the semi-pro level before you go to the U.S. to a U.S. college, because we'll get enough film on you to show you off and see if we can get you into a school in the U.S. So off he goes to the U.S. Does his tour of duty there as far as university or college is concerned. Gets drafted, winds up with the Cowboys, and unfortunately, I gave him big love when he came in, but I haven't been paying attention to the Cowboys, as I was saying to Triple R earlier on. But I'm what's up, FFG? I'm pretty hyped that he's a Bear, man.
You're gonna like the breakdown I got for him, man, because it's been a while since I really looked at him up until just today. But the last time I was looking at him tough was he was still with Dallas. But I got a good breakdown, a good way of breaking down where he is now versus
he's better now, and that's why he got that. That's why.
Okay, before you all start, we signed Neville for 2 years, 12 mil. So
when we get that image up, man, we'll get to that. But I guess we can skip the pleasantries. We're gonna go kind of from the bottom to the top, and let me just set it up this way. And we'll get a chance to talk about all the little fine details of the stuff. Give me 1 second. Let's start from the bottom to the top, man, because I think this is going to generate quite a bit of conversation. This just happened within the last couple of hours. What do you guys think about Braxton Jones coming back here? 1 year, $10 million. Number one, let me just say, Braxton Jones has earned it. I'm glad he got some money, and I'm glad. I think it's a wise move. Like I've been saying all offseason, to me, it's smart to look inside the building instead of bringing somebody else in only for a year, having to do all that work with this one individual. When you got a couple guys already on the roster that can get it done. My thing about Braxton Jones is I actually feel sorry for him, because my man was trying hard on that bad wheel all year long, and it just wasn't working out for him. He just wasn't the same guy. And so him getting the chance to get all the way healthy this offseason probably gave them encouragement. Hey, you know what? This is a good stopgap. Let's get him.
I was hype about Neville Gallimore, and you had to go and put this right after my Neville Gallimore foray, man.
That's why I had to say we got to start here, man. Get your little feelings out.
Why do we do that? You could have let me at least ease me down, man. Damn.
Yeah, and it's it was a $5 million deal with $5 million in incentives, right?
No, it's a $10 million.
Oh, 10 million flat.
10 million with some.
Right.
With
well, I will say this while Kids composes himself as we switch from Canada back to Braxton. But given that Braxton has had the opportunity now to get healthy, get stronger with his anchor, which we know was his his issue, and also he's had the opportunity now to be under the tutelage of Dan Rochar for all of last season, off season, and going forward. So I'm gonna look glass half full and say that Braxton has always been an athletic kid. It was just he had his issues, and I'm gonna look for him to be coached up from this staff as opposed to SEMO and them, because they ain't developed. They didn't develop nobody on the offensive line, but Dan Rochar seems to be able to communicate his desires and get the best out of these offensive linemen. So I'm going to say Braxton Jones is going to have, the opportunity to hit free agency and earn a left tackle, deal. So this is good for him. And it's also a good, quote unquote, stopgap for the Bears. Everybody's under the belief that Ozzy's going to be coming back and be himself. So, okay, I'll go with that. And so we only need, a year out of Braxton Jones, Theo, Karan Amagaji. Let them battle it out for the best and see who wants it. And that's, the answer on the roster. And if Ozzy does have an issue and not able to come back, the next year's draft looks to be a lot deeper at left tackle. So we'll address it then. So it's a decent signing. It's not a reunion, but never apart. But bear down. Let's go. I mean, it's not overwhelming. It's not exciting, but it's kind of like, okay, I understand it, and it's logical.
It's a let me correct. It's a 10 million. It's worth up to $10 million.
Yeah, with incentives.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm seeing 5 million with incentives up to 10.
Yeah.
That's not the end of so here's how this reads to me. Oh God. So it basically reads that they really didn't want to we're out of money. So we didn't want to really go deep into the center market to try and go and pay for a center. So they paid for what they had, and they paid relatively
traded
$5 million for left tackle. $5 million for a left tackle is pretty low wallet share. You have somebody. Here's my problem with this. After week 4, they did everything in their power not to play this guy. So I don't know if he's somehow he's a phoenix rising from the ashes here. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I think
he wasn't right, man. You could tell.
I don't think he's right now.
Well, we don't. He's had plenty of time. They wouldn't have signed him if they didn't think he was right.
I think they would have, just because
they didn't sign him if they didn't think he was right. No way.
Yeah, they're not gonna bring him back for no money if he ain't.
No way.
Couldn't compete.
I don't.
If they thought there was some damage to the goods, his ass would not be a Bear today.
Do you think that they would have resigned him if he can't go?
He's for $5 million for a left tackle. Yeah, I can understand you signing him, right? You're spending more than $5 million for every left tackle on the market.
Well, yeah, but you want to be able to play. I mean, what good is it? Well, we saving money. Well, yeah, he can't play.
Well,
so,
I don't expect him.
So
I'm going to be straight about this.
Play, now who's going to play?
I don't expect him to play.
Well, he's going to play.
I think he's competing.
Hey, Joe Tooney, you play left. Theo Benedict, you play left. Ozzy Trapillo, you play left. Did anybody in the building play left besides this guy?
Yeah, you might as well get over your feelings. He's got to play.
Hey, this is happening now. I'm getting over my feelings. I'm just saying I was really hoping they would find some level of an actual stopgap besides this guy. I don't think he held water the 3 years he's been here. I think it's been kind of a turnstile at the left tackle with him in the position. And here he is. Like, they were trying to avoid paying this man money like you wouldn't believe. And here he is. So, long story short, for me, I will be surprised if he makes it out of camp as the starting left tackle of the Chicago Bears. Yeah. Surprised.
All right. I'll tell you what, man. I'm glad that I think this is the best thing they could have done. Everything else would have been a lot more expensive.
That I agree with.
So in that regard, I understand it in that regard, but also, everybody has a complaint about Braxton Jones. Everybody has something to say because you can see his flaws clearly. It's not that hard to tell. But this year's flaws seem to be like I've seen Braxton Jones give up, pressures in ways that I've never seen him give it up because he just didn't have the strength in that one foot. Just watching it on tape, you get a different perspective because you never see that kind of shit out of Braxton Jones beforehand. But now you're seeing it and I can see why they took him out and never put him back in. He needed to get healthy. That's just the truth about it. And so I'm just glad. I'm proud for him. I'm happy for him, man. I'm sure, they probably thought about moving and getting somebody else, but I think this is the best thing for the Bears. If you're only going to have a
1 year deal
for 1 year, it's a 1 year deal. Understandably, this is a good move because why would you want, when you've got guys already ready and trained in your system, why would you want to bring somebody in there and have to start the offensive line and their chemistry all over again? That's work too. And so to me, this is a very wise move.
Well, sometimes the devil is better than the devil you don't. Here we are again with Braxton Jones out the left. I will say this though, there is potential to make something out of nothing here and trade him down the line for some level of capital. So we'll see how he does.
At the deadline,
yeah, we'll see how he
does. Superfluous. And a team needing a left tackle may want to get ahead of the free agency and that kind of deal.
If he performs, right? If he performs well, knowing that Ozzy's coming back and knowing that you have some level of depth at the position, perhaps you give him the opportunity to get you something back for allowing him to start for you and away you go. Or you sign him long term, but even then, I just don't see that happening with Ozzy coming back. So we'll see how it goes, man.
All I know is we could be doing a whole lot worse than Braxton Jones. I know that. Mm-hmm. I'm just happy for him, man. I like Braxton Jones, man. I just see his flaws. So sometimes it comes off like
Larry Bourne. Huh? I had to really think about it.
What you say?
Nothing. Forget it. Keep on.
Y'all ready for the next guy, man?
Oh, snap.
Get on the next guy.
But did you hear that?
I think I heard Larry Bourne.
You know what you heard, man. You heard
right.
You
know where he's at? You know where he's at right now?
Yeah, brother, I know he's making about $20 million. So it's like it ain't.
He's in Detroit, bro.
Yeah,
is he really?
He's in Detroit.
No, but I saw that Scuttlebutt has it that they may consider moving Penei Sewell from right tackle to left tackle and having Bourne play right tackle.
They should have done that 2 years ago.
Well, he just got on the team, so.
Well, I'm just saying they should have moved Penei to the other side 2 years ago because that left tackle's been hitting that retirement for a while, man. And getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a whole other thing. Here's the next guy that y'all gonna be happy about this. DeMarco Jackson has re-signed with the Chicago Bears for, I think he got a 2-year extension. Don't get me. You got that? You got those numbers?
Yeah, 2 years, $7.5 million. He is for real.
Love it.
Yeah.
They put a premium on speed this offseason.
Well,
they got much faster real quick at linebacker, man. Real quick. They got pretty doggone fast. The guy we're gonna talk about, Devin Bush, but right now we'll focus on DeMarco, and you talking about a guy that earned it, man. I was like, I remember when we picked him up, and I didn't know who DeMarco Jackson was, to be honest with you, but as soon as I started looking at his tape when we got him, like, damn.
No, man. I remember we were calling the game when he came out. When he came onto this team and got his first start after Tremaine got hurt, man. I was like, who's this, brother? We are in trouble today. And good Lord, we were. I wish I was lying about it, but we were in trouble for the first half of that game. I don't know what happened in the locker room. Ben Johnson must have screamed into this man's soul, but after the halftime went past, we saw a whole new DeMarco Jackson, and he lasted throughout the remainder of the season. My boy was on fire, lightning, tackling anything that moved. I can't give him any more props, man. 48 was a heat-seeking missile after that half. That first half, we're like, why? Oh, we're doomed. What is going on?
And when he wasn't on the field, it was noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, dog, it was like one of the present surprises of the year, like two big, huge present surprises, being Nashawn Wright, of course, and then this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Jackson. But I kind of saw it coming looking at his New Orleans stuff. When he got his opportunities in New Orleans, once you looked at that, you was like, oh, no wonder. Soon as Dennis Allen seen that cat fall loose on the practice squad, he got him. And he never saw a practice squad again.
Yep.
Because that's his draft pick. And you knew this guy is a tackling machine. He hits. He plays middle linebacker. So I think what they've done is set up at least just for a time being, a middle linebacker and Will linebacker combo. And we'll get into who I think is going to be Mike and Will in a minute. But, man, I'm so glad they kept DeMarco Jackson. You talking about an impressive kid. Man, the way he exemplifies Chicago and physical football. Like, this is the kind of guy you want to make sure you keep in your building and spend a little bit of money on at least. And so I don't think this is the end. I think this is just the beginning for DeMarco Jackson. I think he'll get more extensions and make more money. I think he's going to be really, really good, man. I saw him be better at middle linebacker than I expected him to be. You've seen a couple of reps here and there when he was out in New Orleans, but not as many. He's off the ball a little bit more. But you can see the cross training that Dennis Allen has been doing with his linebackers. It's translated to here. And so, man, I was scared we wasn't going to be able to get him back in the building. He might cost too much on the open market, but they got it done, man, somehow. But I'm glad DeMarco Jackson is on our side. Just telling you.
Me too.
Yeah, good re-signing. Definitely. I'm in concurrence.
That's what I'm happy about.
Man, DeMarco Jackson, dog, proud to have this dude as a Bear. If he ends up being our starting Mike this year, I'm happy.
All right, so spoiler alert, starting Mike. There you go.
Yeah. All right, let's hop on another linebacker we just scooped up. And that is Devin Bush. Let me tell y'all a quick story about this cat. So a couple years ago, he was in Pittsburgh. And one of my best friends is he's a big time Steelers fan. And he's from here, weirdo. But he had so many complaints about Devin Bush. He made me go to the tape and go start studying what they had going on in Pittsburgh. And so to know the fundamentals of a linebacker's job in a 3-4 defense, which is what Pittsburgh ran, the linebackers are kind of bigger. And they typically, they're like a tweener between a linebacker and an edge rusher, right? So those guys have to line up at the line of scrimmage, rush, and then go back in coverage and cover. He's kind of playing Mike linebacker while he's at Pittsburgh. And you can tell that he's kind of a step or two behind everything. So he's got to communicate, direct, and, get checks at, before the snap and make sure everybody's in the right place. And he's always a step behind. And then he's making the wrong reads at the same time. They effing hated him there. They effing hated him. He gets out of Pittsburgh, goes to Cleveland, and whatever his name, Schwartz, I think his name is, over in the defensive coordinator in Cleveland. He figured out something with Devin Bush. Get him off the ball so he doesn't have to think, and all he has to do is use his speed, quick trigger instincts, and striking ability. And he had the season of his career. And I think that's exactly where he should be at. It's an off-ball linebacker where he can use that speed, that quick trigger, and play downhill more. And that's what they figured out. And so he probably almost made a Pro Bowl this year. He was a dog in Cleveland. And so, no, kids, we did not sign the guy you signed last night, Mahmoud Diabate. We got another Cleveland linebacker in Devin Bush. And I'm telling you, I think he's on the rise big time. They got him at the right time.
And we got him for 3 years at $30 million.
So basically what you're telling me is for the cost of Terrell Edmonds, we got 2 linebackers. Much like we did when we looked at Roquan Johnson. Roquan Smith, my bad. Right. So Roquan Smith traded him off, let him go. Backfield got Tremaine and TJ. Now we still have TJ, and we're able to get Devin Bush and DeMarco Jackson for the most part for the cost of a single year's contract for Tremaine Edmonds. Not too shabby, Mr. Pulse. Well played.
His traits, though, man, like he looked like a completely different football player than he was at Pittsburgh while he was at Cleveland this year. I mean, completely different. Like the speed, he's playing like fast Devin Bush, like how scouts was wild and over the moon about him when he was coming out of Michigan. He was slow in Pittsburgh. It's because he's thinking too much. Like sometimes that's the one of the things you have to learn in coaching is figuring out what your guys do best, right? And you got expectations for this guy to take the green dot, and you feel like he's going to grow into the job. And for whatever reason, the role as a 3-4 Mike linebacker just did not work well for him. It just didn't, man. Whether it was the mixture of communicating, having to make checks at the line of scrimmage and move everybody around, and you just being a little bit slower because you got to make sure everybody else is right, that plays a factor. And quickly, the defensive coordinator at Cleveland figured out, just get him off the ball and let him be fast. And he just took the F off. When I tell you this is a huge difference between the Pittsburgh Devin Bush and the Cleveland Devin Bush is like 2 different football players. We got a steal, and he's on the rise. He's going to be a dude here.
Sweet.
You see, that's the thing that I like that Poles has done with the picks that we're signings that we're talking about is that they are players that are scheme fits and on the rise on the front side of their careers, as opposed to spending a lot of money on players at the backside of their careers. And looking at the speed that Dennis Allen now has to work with, with Big Maple, on the D line, and he's got linebackers in Jackson and Bush now, that do have some versatility, but have the speed that he desires for his defensive scheme.
Trip, don't do that no more. Don't do that no more.
Been scolded.
Not do that. Don't do it.
Big Maple.
Oh man.
What up, Cornell? What up, FFG? What up, everybody?
Everybody in the chat.
WG, Cloud Chasers. Look, this is a great addition. I in all the mocks that I've done so far, I've always sort of looked at the Devin Bush case scenario and haven't pulled the trigger just because of the dollars and cents around it. I think Ryan Poles really got a good deal on a good player here. I think he's got 2 good players at the linebacker position where we were really bleeding with respect to depth last season. So I think this helps out quite a bit.
They talking about trading Alvin Kamara because they got Travis Etienne. I got my free agent tracker going.
So Travis Etienne is in
Orleans.
He's in New Orleans.
Yeah, he wanted to go home because he's from the area.
Okay.
Hey, shout out Corey Mack. Much love from Peoria, Illinois. Shout out, bro. Welcome in. Y'all make sure you hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, man. We would appreciate you on all 3 channels. Kids of Canuck, Sports Chicago Style, and of course, right here at the Nomad Network. we would appreciate the love. But yeah, I think people were looking at this signing and waiting for somebody to kind of, at least somebody kind of break down what the hell did we just get?
And there's Marlon Johnson too jumping in.
This is a good pickup, man, in a at the right time for him in his career. So I see some excel happening in his career right about now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that brings me to the next guy we picked up. And
let's go.
That is Big Maple.
Look at him. Look at him. Big nasty chocolate sweet sticky thing.
Let me start off this one, man. Look, I told you I like Neville Gallimore when he got here. When he got to the Cowboys, I thought he was better than okay then, and he's a young football player. I thought he was better than okay then. I don't know how old Neville Gallimore. He can't be no older. He can't be 30 at this point. He cannot.
I don't think so. My guess he's probably about 20. Oh man, it's been a couple of years. He might be just reaching 30, but I don't think he's 30. That makes me real old. And my kids are old now, so.
Well, you are old kid, so.
Damn it.
Shocker.
Yeah.
And while we look up his age, he did sign a 2-year deal for $12 million, so 6 per.
Like Neville Gallimore, I'm looking at this guy. Not only did he get better, his body's changed.
29 years old.
In a really good way. I mean, he's turned into, like, I just say this, man. He's a better interior pass rusher than a lot of the guys, most of the guys out here in free agency from the interior. I mean, he has gotten so much better burst now. He's not stuck at the line thinking and trying to get guys off of him. He's a much more polished and refined defensive tackle than he was the last time I took eyes to his tape. And he's a young player. He's just coming over here from Canada. I'm looking at him, just looking at the new guys coming into the league. I'm just like, he could be something. But here it is, fast forward to his days. And I looked at all that Indianapolis film, man. And I'm telling you guys right now, this is a great pickup. Big Maple is going to be a piece for us. And to know that we're going to have that kind of production coming from a rotational guy. Man, this guy shoots gaps. He's quick off the ball. He's got to be honest with you, for be a 300-pounder, he's fast.
So I got to ask a question. So if we draft Akeem Mesidor, like, I think we may have a bit of a conflict with respect to this Big Maple name.
No. Akeem Mesidor is an edge, man.
Well, but he's still big, and he's I'm sure he liked maple syrup just as much, maybe even more than Neville Gallimore.
And
I do think they're going to target Akeem Mesidor.
I think so too. I think that's part of the reason why they got Neville. I think just to make things a little bit more homegrown
tackle. He's going to play a completely different role, even though all of them will move up and down the line of scrimmage. But Akeem Mesidor is going to be primarily an edge rusher.
No, Akeem will be on the edge. I'm just talking about the nickname, really. I'm not talking about positionally. That's all. That's what I'm saying. But we'll see. We'll see how this lands with Neville, man. And like I say, keep your eyes on Akeem in that draft, because I have a strange feeling they want to pair these guys together.
But now what I've seen and Nomad is true, like from Neville, that he is a get off the ball, disruptor, play to the whistle, chase you down kind of fella.
Absolutely. And probably one of the more improved football players that I've seen in the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even tell you how much he's improved since he got into the league. You heard Flus say this several times, and I don't know how serious people took him when he said it takes, defensive linemen, sometimes 3-4 years before they really start coming around. And you can definitely see that in Neville. You can definitely see him just improving. And man, this is a good football player, underrated. One of the more improved football players I've seen in the past 5 years. I can't, like, the dramatic difference between him when he got in the league and him as a football player now is so big, man. Kes can probably speak to that a little bit better. I mean, he knows the kid. And I want to ask you something, man. Why don't you see if you can get Styles to get with him and see if you can do a private interview. We'll play it online unless they want to come and do it live. They can do
I'll
that.
see if I can connect with Neville.
Yeah, that'd be cool as shit, man. Get them to get together, have a conversation about everything, how his journey's been, whatever, and him being a Bear. But if you want to do it live, we open up the space and let him have it. But yeah, that'd be cool as shit. Care to think about that for a second?
It would be, man. Like I say, it would be awesome. Like I'm saying. I actually thought about that today because I really never thought he would wind up being a Bear, but here he is. It's a great little situation. I remember his coach used to chase my son around. Like his coach at their level, he couldn't wait till Styles was wandering, would wind up playing for him. And he kept coming over to me going, yo, man, like your kid though, I can't wait till he's on my defensive line. Like he would say it all the time, man. But that his name was Marino. He's rest in peace, Marino. He's passed away some time ago. But Marino used to love Neville, man. He's like, Neville's just a disruptive force on that line, and that's how we used to talk about Neville, man. But it'd be super cool to get him. And you're right. Coming into the league, year one was okay. He did very well from an assisted tackle perspective, but he had a long way to grow, man. He really had to grow into his position in the NFL, get NFL acclimated. And I think he had a couple of years where things just weren't great and in Dallas, and the final year in Dallas was okay at best. The real upside is not a lot of injury history of any kind. He's been, he's a stalwart on the line in that respect. I wouldn't even call him with a younger Billings. I don't know.
Not a younger Billings, but wouldn't this be more of a Chris Williams?
I think it's more of a Chris Williams, right?
Billings is about 10, 12 pizzas beyond Neville.
Yeah. See, Neville
he's measuring it in pizzas.
Like is the NASCAR package defensive tackle, I would think.
I wouldn't call him like he's faster though. He's a bowling ball. Like he's a bowling ball. It's funny you say his body has changed. I think it's just like his ability to utilize his body has changed. His arms are much larger now than they ever have been. But this is like, as a child, this is kind of the body that Neville Gallimore had. Like, I wish I was lying to you. He's always been just super solid all the way around, thick and solid. And
I got another little nugget for y'all, man. I think y'all, I said this maybe a couple weeks ago, no more than a couple weeks ago, maybe a week. I've been picking up something that Dennis Allen, some traits about Dennis Allen kind of D tackles, the kind of guys that he looks for. And he likes those shorter, more compact, low to the ground, bowling ball type of D tackles. And Neville is definitely that. You know what I mean? So, when we start looking at some of the guys in the draft and some of these guys in free agency, I started to narrow my little field down a little bit to a lot more of these guys, shaped guys like Neville. Because it's clear, looking at his history in New Orleans and here in Chicago, these are the guys that he prefers, guys a little bit more low to the ground that can kind of get under blockers and really make it happen up front. And so this is another addition to that, along with the edge rusher types that he likes, which is why I was trying to tell people that Max Crosby most certainly isn't a fit with Dennis Allen, maybe a fit with the fans, but not with him. He just doesn't prefer guys like that. This is another example of, if you're going to be looking at some of these guys in the draft, be looking at this body type, about 6'1", 6'2", about 300, between 305, 310 pounds, because those are the guys he likes.
The other thing I was going to say, like, I don't remember him being super tall or anything like that. Like, we're about the same height, but he's just solid, man. And I wanted to read this Bellissimo message here. He says he watched a lot of Gallimore, and what he does very well is split the double, for sure he does, and play half man to the play side consistently. He plays low and has good disengage coming off his best season. All of the above is facts and truth, and that's really where I was headed. 4 sacks on this season, 38 tackles on the season. More or less career high for the kid. It was, in my opinion, sort of a prove-it year for Neville. I think he was simply on a 1 year over in Indy. after coming off of a couple of different teams. But given the opportunity, he grabbed the brass ring and he really started to show out this year. So I think this is a real good, real good addition to add some D-line depth.
He's got a good
you
motor
know,
too.
somebody on the
He
still
does
on
have a
the
good motor.
on the ascending side of their career. You know, welcome aboard, big man.
Yeah.
He gonna get us shadow banned just for that shit.
Oh, you know, I think I was a Neville cousin.
Hey man, good player, man. I swear,
I'm getting it now. I didn't really get it before. I'm getting it now. Now I got it. All right.
That was a thinker. That was a thinker.
They're looking for guys. If you look at this free agency class so far, they're looking for guys that are on the upswing in their careers. On the upswing, not at the pinnacle.
All the way up.
You know what I mean? So that is, I can say that about Devin Bush. I can say that about Neville Gallimore.
Berlissimo, throw it in the chat for me. What did they pay? Unless y'all know, Trip might know. What did they pay? What did they pay?
I'm about to get
Larry
to
Barm. What did Larry Barm get paid?
Oh, I paid no attention. I was too busy laughing.
Probably they was desperate, man. They lost so many good pieces, man.
Look,
half the offensive line is gone. Probably
he played all right. After leaving here, he's been playing okay since he left Chicago.
He looked okay in Miami, man.
Yeah, man. Not too. Well, he was so okay that they wanted to replace him, and that replacement didn't work out. So he's in a situation where he came back in and he looked good, and I think he deserves the money that he was being offered. But no chance we were going to give him that money.
Oh, you too late, Mr. Kells.
Mr. Kells, you just rewind this show and you can feel free to just zero in on Kez the Canuck.
Because Kez the Canuck was you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the next guy we picked up. And I got a lot to say about this, like I did Neville, but Coby Bryant.
That's what I'm talking about.
I thought he was going to be so far out of our price. I thought he was going to be so far out of our price range.
But no, Matt, we got him for 3 years, $40 million.
Yeah, that's wild. I thought he's going to be like 3 years, $60 million. I thought he was going to be like three. I thought he was going to be a $20 million a year player somewhere.
Since you brought me there, like let's talk. So like, did we resign Bryant?
No, we did not.
Not yet.
And did we resign
Brisker?
Jaquan?
No, we did not.
Okay. So there go your safety money.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. Let me just give the breakdown and we'll talk about it. I'm just looking at I'm just taking a look and seeing if anything happened. Nothing's happening right now, but
no, I'm kind of keeping an eye on that.
Thank you for that. Now, this guy, let me tell you something. I remember him. I started studying him when he's at Cincinnati. He's the opposite corner of Sauce Gardner at Cincinnati. And they're both. I think he beat Sauce Gardner for the Thorpe award. That's the best DB in college. Don't quote me on that, but I think he outplayed Sauce. I thought, and I told my homeboy, the Steelers fan, he was high on these two corners, Sauce and Coby Bryant. And I was just like, man, I think that dude Coby is better than Sauce. Oh man, you tripping? He's real high on Sauce. I kept telling him, it's like this dude, I think got better traits than Sauce. I think just because Sauce is tall, I think everybody just goo gaga over him. I think Coby Bryant, for that I just set up, the fact that he came into the NFL as a corner, ended up playing slot when he first got there the first year. They put him at slot and gradually moved him back the last couple of years and had him playing safety. And he just really, really flourished. Just being off the ball and being away from it and using those cornerback instincts. And I don't think people understand that quite as much. I'm going to make sure you do tonight. Putting a guy that's got cornerback skill set at safety with this kind of twitch and this kind of vision, speed to the ball, like the closing speed on the ball, it's why they chose to let go of Jaquan Brisker, because of this guy's range. This guy has some range. He closes the field area so fast. I mean, like, he is lightning out there. But to have a safety with a cornerback skill set is going to have Dennis Allen up all night trying to figure out ways to really, really use this cat. You just got a really, really dynamic football player at safety position next to a bunch of other dynamic football players in other parts of the field, whether it be Kyler, whether it be, some of the other guys that we have on the team. This is a dynamic football player, Coby Bryant. This was a steal. I cannot believe the Bears got him for the price they got him at.
White G, you're killing me, man. you're crushing my heart right now, man. Man, this I'm happy that we got Coby Bryant. Coby Bryant is going to be a game changer there at the free safety position, but that leaves me to say farewell to a guy that I think might have proven himself to be the best safety in the game right now. Big shout outs to Kevin Byard. If you're not re-signing with the Chicago Bears, that sucks.
We don't know yet.
I'm just saying that's a Pro Bowler.
Leo, I don't know whether he's going to play box. He just tore it up in the box. It's kind of hard to not take him out of the box. But if we
here's the thing, Matt,
he might have to play free.
No, there's a thing, Matt. The same thing you were saying about the defensive line with the tackles being able to play edge and the edges being able to play tackle. Yep. And the linebackers being able to cover as well as rush. I think that Dennis Allen is looking for safeties that can do both. It's like, well, is he a strong or is he a free? Well, we're not sure he can do both. And so if he's maybe better at, let's say, free, but he can do strong stuff. So that allows that versatility in the play calling.
And can play all three corner roles.
Oh, you shut your mouth.
I'm not kidding. He did it at school.
Hey, Sean, Bears just picked up Neville Gallimore from Ottawa. There you go. A little bit of hometown love for Sean. Sean's out here too.
Big Maple.
Chrome boys represent. But look, man.
So just the versatility that we can see developing here on this defense. If they come out and they want to change up the play and decide to blitz a different person, and that means that the linebacker now has to take coverage, or the safety, or somebody has to take coverage of a running back or a tight end. Now the matchups in man are much more manageable because of the speed and the talent that we are acquiring.
Trip, man, Slimbo Boogie just made things real right now for me, man.
Let me say, Trips asked me a couple of weeks ago, man, where is that honey badger that Dennis Allen is looking for? Well, you're looking at him right here.
Man, I'm just to say what he wrote here, man. Slimbo Boogie says Byard and Wright combined for 15 takeaways last season. Rest of the team had 18. Without Tremaine's 5 takeaways, down to 13 takeaways. So we have basically potentially sacrificed 20 takeaways, which is pretty.
But have you added in how many Bryant has had? How many turnovers Bush takeaways has been responsible for, interceptions and forced fumble wise? Did you offset that doing the math? Have we done that if we're going to do equations? But guess what? That was last season, and those were the stats. But as the players change, as the seasons change, somebody else is going to make those stats or not. Does that mean that going forward, Byard is going to have that many interceptions to wherever he ends up, here or not? Does that mean that all of the other players that had those same stats are going to carry through? No, that's just how the cookie crumbled during that season. Going forward, somebody else is going to make the turnovers and make the plays. We can't be stuck in the pit of, well, this guy's good, so we can't let him go. We got to keep that guy and add on. It's like, no, look at what we've done so far, and I think we've upgraded from what we've had, and they fit better for what scheme calls for, which makes it all better than it was last year. And last year, without those turnovers, we don't make the playoffs because the defense was ass otherwise.
I'll give you an X factor thing to think about, fellas. the faster and quicker, twitchier the players you have on your defense are, the more and more tip balls you're going to get, and the more and more opportunity you're going to get for those picks y'all guys are talking about. And so that you just up the ante even more. Not saying that they're going to produce the kind of turnovers. We don't. I mean, that was a lot of turnovers this year. And, you know, part of it was because it's a lot of fast dudes on the backside of the defense. But you got even faster now. So it's going to be a lot of hands-on balls. It's going to be a lot of tip balls in the air. It's a lot of quick, fast-ass guys that can get to those balls in the air. That's the multiple. That's
I love when football people talk about putting hands on balls. It always gives me a kick. I'm just saying it's funny. It's fucking hilarious. So Slimbo actually did the math while you were asking for the math. So the delta is 12. We're negative 12. Okay. Bush and Bryant put 4 up themselves as far as interceptions are concerned. So the delta is 12. We're down 12. It's gonna this is gonna be an interesting season as far as what I'm seeing right now, because again, we're losing a Pro Bowler. We're losing DJ Moore, who's our number 1 pass catcher. We are losing.
Speaking of, did you see that Shaheed did get re-signed?
Oh,
Rashid Shaheed got re-signed. Did he get big money?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And
Mitch Trubisky's a Titan.
Like 17. I think he got like 17 or 18 a year.
He got big money.
Yo, he's just out there making babies, man. I see his wife pregnant again. He got like two shorties. Mitch Trubisky putting it down, man.
He's growing up. Look at little Mitch from his drive.
Another little. Any last thoughts on Kobe Bryant before I take this graphic down?
No,
I think we upgraded. You know, we got younger, we got faster, and we got more versatile.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah, his range just. Jaquan Briscoe's a good football player. But he just doesn't have the same range as this cat right here. You can't compete with a safety with cornerback skill set. You can't do nothing about that, man. He's a different football player, and he's on the rise. He's definitely on the rise and really, really coming into his pro football chops. I mean, he's like, it's almost crazy that they had to let him go, but here we are being the great recipients that we are of a football player on the rise. You can see a pattern. I can.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. I like it.
But let me take this down, talk a little bit about a couple of guys that we lost. And by the way, I didn't have time to do his graphic, but we did re-sign Case Keenum. I think we put a couple of years extension on him.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit about he ain't coming back here. Yeah.
Yeah. Case Keenum, quarterback number 3, has re-signed for a 2-year, $5 million deal.
And I thought that was a good thing, man, because you can't beat that kind of veteran presence with the young quarterback, man. I think he paid big dividends for Caleb this year, quietly.
I agree. I just I don't know how long do you really need that veteran presence in the locker room?
So long as Caleb is growing,
I guess.
And he still got plenty of growth. That's why they did 2 years. They didn't do the 1 year. Let's get him for one more. No, they put 2 years on that thing.
Yeah, 2.5 a year. You know, that basically in NFL terms ain't shit.
It ain't. It's slow money. It's not really something to even consider or have a conversation about. But I'm surprised they gave him a 2-year deal on that. That's a bit surprising.
But the thing is, I'm sure the next year is not. You know, they're not locked in anything. So it on paper it's a 2-year deal, but in
it's really
reality it could be a 1-year deal. You know what I mean? You know how they do that.
If I'm a young QB, man, and I'm trying to grow in this offense, I'm gonna want somebody to bounce some stuff off of.
Yeah.
And just have a sounding board. You know what I mean? Somebody that's been there, done it, knows how to perform in these systems. You know, I think that's priceless for a young cat like him.
I agree.
You know, so also, you know who else we lost and got picked up pretty quickly? Domrock went to the Texans on a 1-year, $4 million deal.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah. It's like Domrock is off the market already.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised. But Trip, you just You just said Case Keenum got a 2-year deal for
$5
$5 million. Dom Rob got a 1-year deal for $4 million. That's
Yeah.
not really edge rusher money. But watch now. Now that I've
Well-
said this out loud, you watch. Mark, where's the wood?
Watch him blow up.
Yo, he's gonna have a season in.
Right. It's like, who let him out the
into-
building?
That's what's he's gonna have a season. And why I'm saying that has everything to do with the rest of that Houston line. The rest of the line is dangerous, and it's just gonna allow him to put his head down and do what he does best. He's gonna have a good season. Mark my words, watch it.
Speaking of the rest of those guys, they re-signed Sheldon Rankins too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So a lot of players, there's a lot of opportunity out here. Let's just talk about the general, our moves so far and what we didn't do that everybody was expecting us to do and go out here and spend big money on this edge rusher. And by the way, just for the record, to date, I don't think Trey Hendrickson has been picked up.
Not yet.
And so I said for a long time, I said, don't be surprised if the very first thing they do in free agency is get a D tackle. And it got a D tackle. It's just not the D tackle that everybody thought.
The Trey Hendrickson thing is what they call collusion, because ain't nobody trying to pay him that kind of money. That's where we're at. Nobody wants to pay that kind of money. So if you wait a week, you can kind of feel it out and sweat it out. If the phones are kind of quiet in the Hendrickson household over the course of the next week, he might get a little bit worried and take a bit of a lesser deal. And or he's probably not that worried, but his agent might be a little bit worried and might negotiate a bit of a lesser deal.
Are you guys surprised that they didn't go spend big in the edge rusher group?
Surprised isn't the word, because we never have. He hasn't done anything at that position except for Austin Booker and his tenure. So I'm not surprised.
Well, but the thing is,
I'm actually a bit disappointed that he didn't.
I don't
look
think
at the edges that went. The edges that went. Ofe, Alway. Both of those guys went and got paid big money. Those edges, and you see how much Jalen Phillips got.
Yeah.
No, what did he get?
About 120.
Yeah, 120 mils. So he's getting over 25 per season.
Wow.
So the top edge rushers went for top edge rusher money.
Yeah.
And that's what they're saying. They're like, look, you need to cool your jets because we were trying to do this trade, trying to do the Raiders trade thing, and that fell by the wayside. And you're not quite Max Crosby. You might be better than Max Crosby, but you're also older than Max Crosby. So we deserve a little bit of a deal.
I think they have a really sound plan, and I'm gonna explain why I think that plan is. I think that we kind of winding down the first phase of this tampering period. The second phase will start tomorrow. We get a bunch of other little signings going on. It might happen. A couple might happen tonight while we're live. But what I think they're setting the table for, is to draft some plug and play right now D tackles and especially edge rusher. I think they're targeting. I think Akeem Mesidor and David Bailey are their targets. I think those two guys in particular, maybe Zion Young, because he fits too. But I'm talking about plug and play. I'm so impressed with Akeem Mesidor and David Bailey at their skill set for that. Akeem Mesidor is a pro that should have been in the league probably 2 years ago. He's 25 years old. That guy right there is probably the main reason why they did not spend in free agency that big money, because they're getting he's going to be good right away. And I think David Bailey might be better quicker. I'm telling you, one of those two guys, don't be surprised if they move up to get one of those two guys.
I don't think they have to move up to get.
I think they will.
Akeem, but at the same time, here's what I do think. I do think them not selecting an edge or addressing the edge deficiency in free agency, shines a light on the fact that they're edge rusher hunting in the draft. And last year, a light was shone on the fact that we were running back hunting in the draft. And certain teams said, you know what, we're just going to take a running back because we can, and we know to hurt the Bears. Teams named the Cleveland Browns and the New England Patriots. I'll just put that out there as it is. Sometimes you don't want to telegraph your movements, and I think this movement is a little bit telegraphed. Love it. I want the kid to play for us. You know what I mean? I want Akeem in a Bears uniform. Don't get me wrong, but I think they have now basically signaled to the other 31 teams in the NFL, we're in the edge market. We're in the edge rusher market. We're getting an edge in the draft.
There's
Well, not only
an opportunity for that and D tackle, but I think it's more edge than D tackle.
Well, I agree with you there too. I think we do need to attack both. I think we need a true three, true three tech and a true edge rusher. And if we can come out of the draft with both of those, and potentially at this point, things have shifted. We probably need to do another mock draft trip. You know what I mean? Like things have shifted. There may be, you can look at safety.
Isn't the team, well, obviously safety, since there's still only one on the roster, but
corner.
It seems as though that the Ryan Poles is putting the team in the position for the draft to take the best player available, whatever position, because they're addressing every level with some sort of, free agency attention in addition to what the team already has. So obviously, there's more depth signings will take place, but it looks like best BPA in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
So defensive tackle, safety, edge, corner, there's still a thing, so yeah.
If y'all don't mind, I'll run through some moves that's been made today. I'll just run through a couple of them. Let me see. The Titans been doing a lot today. They signed cornerback Josh Williams out of Kansas City, got him on a 2-year deal. Let me see. The Bills did a lot of cutting, and they made a couple of signings too. Hold on. Tyler Lindenberg got a $20 million bonus, $10 million to the 2026 salary, $30 million in 2027, fully guaranteed. Man, he got money.
Who's this?
Tyler Linderbaum,
the center.
Oh, well, the fact is the Raiders have the largest cap space in the league because they have no stars on their team to pay.
Well, they do now, and they spent some money today, though.
That's fair. Had to add that in.
Ian Cunningham was busy today too. They picked up a really good linebacker from the Texans, previously from Alabama, Christian Harris. Let me see.
They signed Oz. Olamide Zaccheaus is in Atlanta now, as well as Tua Tagovailoa at quarterback.
Oh, they did complete the Tua deal. Okay.
Also,
and Malik.
Also, Tua, the Tua deal. Let me see some other moves that would happen.
Malik is a Miami quarterback.
Reed Blankenship, one of the free agent safeties that I like, ended up with the Texans on a $24 million deal.
And you saw where Franklin Myers went, right?
He went to the Titans.
He went to the Titans.
Hold on,
he got paid.
Stop stealing my thunder, man. Let me go through this. Unless you want to do it.
No, go ahead. You got it all written down.
You got it all there. You want to read it?
No, I'm going off the top of the dome.
Oh, okay. All right, let me keep going, then. Let me see. I'm trying to get some notable stuff here. Let me see. Shaheed, he got his deal was a 3-year, $51 million deal that includes 34.7 guaranteed. That boy got paid.
That's good money.
I got one here that you might not have, Matt, though.
Right, you just go ahead and read the deals, man.
Well, I don't have them all. I just got one. Tyler Algiers, I know a running back favorite of the Canucks. He got signed by the Cardinals, 2 years, $12.25 million, 8 guaranteed.
And they re-signed Connor too, so they're gonna have some physical running.
Damn, that's a good number for a back, man. No reason why we should there's no reason why we didn't do that.
Quay Walker went to the Raiders too for a 3-year deal for $40 million. That's why we got out of that market.
3 years, 40.
Yeah, and
3 years, 30. Okay.
We got 40 and about 28 million guaranteed too.
And didn't it, N'Kobe Dean also his teammate from the Bulldogs?
Yeah, I was getting down there.
So you're telling me N'Kobe Dean, Quay Walker, and
Lindenbaugh?
No, from the Packers. Rashawn Gary. Was it Rashawn?
No, Quay Walker, wasn't it?
Rashawn Gary went to
the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
So they got a whole new defense right there now. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody except for Micah.
Yeah. Go ahead and read some shit off, Trips. You got it.
Oh, Mike Evans to the 49ers.
Really? That's where he wound up?
Yeah.
San Francisco. Would not have guessed that.
But that's because probably 15, Jawan Jennings probably ain't going to be there.
And Ayuk ain't going to be there, and Debo's gone.
He wants to come back.
Oh, Debo does?
That's what they say. They say he wants to be with a good quarterback. He wants to stay with Washington, but if he leaves, he wants to be with a good quarterback. And he thinks.
What does that mean? That means Jaden Daniels isn't a good quarterback?
No, he wants. That's his first priority, is what he said. He was on somebody's podcast and I saw the shit.
That's an asshole. I'm saying that's something an asshole says.
Why you got to be an asshole to be honest?
Because sometimes when you're being honest, you are accidentally throwing darts at somebody else, and that's what that is. That's him saying, you know what? If I leave here, I want to be with a good quarterback because, like, look at what I'm dealing with.
I'm throwing darts at people all the time because that's all I know how to be.
My dude, you throw darts at me every 2 shows, but it's all good. I'm just saying. I'm saying
we can't go 5 minutes without you calling kids an asshole.
That's what I'm saying.
It can't go 5 minutes without it being true. Shit.
Let's see. The Saints signed tight end Noah Fant to a 2-year deal.
Wow, they about them tight ends over there, though. Hey?
Yeah, but they had some money to spend when they redid the contracts and made those trades.
And they thought, let's get another tight end. I guess they must have let go. But they got a good one over there, man.
And you got your live.
And I'm not talking about Taysom Hill. There's another tight end over there that's real good.
Hold on, kids. You got your live tracker going on, Trips?
What, you want to put it up on the screen?
No. I'm just asking. No, we don't got to put it up. I'm just seeing if you do.
Yeah, but I was looking at some different contracts.
Okay, as long as you got something open.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we could put it up while we're talking. If you don't have any more art while we were just talking.
I wanted to talk about some other stuff though. I
mean, we can still talk about it while the thing's on the screen.
This is going to be up there, making it looking ridiculous. But if you want to put it up there, go for it.
There is something we need to talk about.
What's that?
The Rooney Rule.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and the fact that it's absolute bullshit.
See, Kez like pissing himself off. Don't nobody have to piss you off.
Hey, they could have given up a couple of 3-rounders, and I'd be happy as a pig in shit. Right now, I'm questioning the validity of this rule altogether. Because here's the thing. What the NFL has done right now is they've set a brand new precedent that says this. If you don't want comp picks to go to your competition, you hire a white dude to sit over top of the black dude you just hired. End of story. Rule over.
Seems that way.
That's the moral of the story. This is a whole new precedent that they've set, and it's disgusting, it's stupid, and it calls in question this entire rule and its purpose, period. So I don't know. I just want to kind of give a little F you to the league, and y'all need to straighten up, or at the very least come out and have a conversation about the why the Bears aren't actually getting these picks. Just not giving them the picks is straight bullshit.
I say this to you, kids, and you know me, I'm kind of keep my powder pretty dry, man. I ain't firing shots off too often. But I think Ryan Poles was a BI for not standing on the table and pounding it hard enough. he should have been a little bit more forceful and made the league to. Well, one of the first things I heard him say when he got to speaking to it on press row out in Indianapolis at the combine was one of the things he said, I'm just, trying not to make too big of a deal of it. No, I'm going to make a big deal. That's why you're in that position, so that when stuff gets wrong and when people are being mistreated and not being valued the way they should be per the rule, you pound the table like a mother and make noise. This is not a time to be meek. Get your team what it needs and pound the goddamn table. That's my problem with it.
Thank you for saying that. You know what I mean? Like I fully agree with what you're saying. I also kind of understand where he's coming from. You know what I mean? Like where he's coming from is, as a black man, he's just doing what he can for another man and helping him do what he can. He probably wouldn't be any different if it was a white man who's underneath him.
He look like an angry black guy, but it's a time when you're supposed to be an angry black guy.
I kind of agree with you here, right? I think this is one of those few situations where you raise a little bit of a stink, and it's funny. Like, man, Kansas City gets 2 threes off of him when he comes here. Cool. We then hire a guy over top of him. Doesn't make any difference. Like literally just 6 months difference is, I think, what the case scenario is. It's virtually the same thing happens in Atlanta. Only difference is Matt Ryan is hired first. Oh, well, he's there first, so yeah, he's the head guy. Like this is such a technicality that I would like to hear some level of conversation from Goodell, from the actual league, as to what their rationale was. Make it make sense, damn it.
I know this, man. I've been in the quasi-corporate world where you have to kind of toe a certain line. And early on in it, I was trying to be that guy, trying to walk the chalk line and trying to be, soft. That's not me, man. I didn't get shit done when I was doing that.
Brother, I'm
worth nothing. But when I've decided to walk with force and be the person that I am, that's when things start moving around. I started to make things happen. And that's what I'm disappointed in Ryan Poles. And you got a real high position, man, and an opportunity here. You can't be worrying about nobody's goddamn feelings when your team is not getting the just due that they deserve. Can't be meek about that. You got to go slap people around.
Man, I also fully agree with that sentiment. I remember, my first big corporate job, I was quiet. Hey, Trip. I was quiet, you know what I mean, doing my own thing, trying to fly under the radar and just kind of watch things go sideways because I wasn't vocal enough to speak up in situations where I should have spoken up. And then I left the company because I kind of didn't like who I'd become. And when I left and got my next job, I was purposefully vocal. Like, I'm going to make noise. I'm going to shout from the smallest part of the building, and people are going to hear me. They're going to, feel my impression and make change. Change will be made. And so much change was made in that organization with me sort of being the person that I actually am, that I refuse to not be the squeaky wheel. I'm the squeaky wheel. I'm sorry. I'm going to run my mouth. You might hate me, but we'll be better off for it, I guarantee you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
Like Do It All is saying, the league is saying that it's a lateral move for Ian Cunningham, because Matt Ryan is above him now, even though Ian Cunningham was legit the assistant general manager, and now he's a general manager. The spirit of the rule says that Ian Cunningham got a promotion. He is now, the leader of an organization and their, player acquisition department, whereas Matt Ryan does whatever the hell he does, but he's not the general manager. So it's just a technicality, a loophole that just seems to screw the Bears, in this situation. And we see that it's just Just smells all the high heaven, has the odor of mendacity, if you
You,
will.
you know what, Trips? I think Siren is likely right, and I'm gonna take George out of that, and I'm gonna say Kevin. He says George and Kevin may have told him not to make a huge deal over it. I'm gonna tell you how that makes sense. I don't know a more politically correct individual within the organization than Kevin Warren. That could have been a black man Warren and a black man. Hey man, listen, this is how you win this game. This is how you stay afloat in this game. Calm down. I know it's wrong, but don't make us think that could have been Kevin Warren. I can definitely see that. I can definitely
Well,
see that.
What's funny to me is anytime, like, and do it all. I'm looking at your comments, man. Anytime the Bears say that they're going through the channels, ain't shit happening. It might just go the opposite direction and get worse. Like, I'm just saying, if the Bears are going through the back channels and having conversations, we're having conversations with the league about it. Ain't fucking nothing ever. Nothing ever goes right in these situations, man. I'm just saying, it's all once they're quiet and like, yeah, don't worry about it. We're gonna deal with this behind the scenes. Fuck all
Somebody told me Kevin Warren has got quiet ambitions to be the league commissioner one day.
what?
Why wouldn't it? Why, you would
Somebody
too.
that know that cat, man.
You would too, though.
I'm somebody that know that cat from the Big Ten time.
You
Well,
would too.
yeah, but do you think the owners are gonna, hire him?
Well, not if you can't get a damn.
I don't think it's so
stadium
funny,
set up.
Trips. I think it's possible. I think it's a time for us, the first time for everything, right? Ain't
Well,
it?
shit, Goodell trying to leave. He making like what, $30-40 million a year. Where is he going?
He ain't trying to leave, but he done made a lot of goddamn on money.
I mean, but if you look at the expansion, as fans, we hate all the different platforms that the games are on, all the different nights, all the different international things, but all of those things are making the league lots and lots of money, and that's under Goodell. He seems to be their golden goose. He's not, old, so to speak. So where the hell's he going and why?
They'll probably, I mean, Kevin, they're gonna make money under Kevin Warren too. He's a pure businessman. He's a pure politician, and that's what it requires you to be as a league commissioner. He's a yes man for the other 32 owners of the league. We tell you what to do, you go out there and present it. We got problems with the this or that. You make this go happen. Kevin Warren is perfectly suited for that job. Perfect. He's better suited for that job than he is as president of the Chicago Bears.
Can't argue with you. I think he'd make a great commissioner. Again, he's been commissioner of a football organization before as well, so he has a little bit of experience in this. I see this to be more or less his ultimate aspiration, but you're not going to get much votes if you can't get this damn stadium situation. The one thing you're actually brought in to do, you can't accomplish that.
Well, but that's the thing, though, kids. It's I spoke about it a little bit earlier, but because of the leverage plays and maneuvering, Kevin Warren is 3 years into this or 4 years into this, however long the time period is, and he has legit signed, sealed, and delivered offers on the table from Indiana, and that has given the momentum to the Illinois elected officials to light a fire under their ass to put the thing, the tax name or whatever the hell it is that involves the Bears, on the schedule to actually talk about it. And we should know definitively by March 18th, because that's the date that the Illinois Assembly is scheduled to meet and vote on this matter. And if it doesn't pass, Bears are going to Indiana. If it does pass, Bears stay out of Illinois. If it gets kicked down the road, I think Bears go to Indiana.
I'm just going to say this out loud.
But either way, there will be a new stadium.
Anyhow, the Bears wind up in Indiana. By hook or by crook, I don't think Kevin Warren will be the commissioner of anything.
I don't think he'll be alive.
Well, he's going to live.
No, but I mean, it's a new stadium.
People
you might
gonna
have
want,
a hard time making it out of the
people
greater
gonna want
Chicago area. I'll say that too, but I think
he's gonna be a mark man. There's people will want.
yeah,
Oh,
he'll
he'll
have a
get some
hard.
property in Indiana. He'll be all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once he's settled down in Indiana, he'll be fine. But like getting out of that Chicago area might be a bit of an issue. But yeah, nah, he's I don't see him doing that commissioner gig anytime soon if that's what goes down.
Man, you talking about a guy like Kevin Warren, man. He man, dude, the Bears ain't leaving this. They ain't leaving the state of Illinois. Just telling you now, it's not going to
No, I
happen.
don't think so either. I think they'll make something happen.
I think he overplayed his hand, and I think the Bears are doing everything they can to avoid high taxes, which comes with billionaires have to pay a lot of money. You have to get ready to go ahead and pay that. There's a price that comes with doing this in a place like this. You know what I mean? And taxes come with that. And so you're going to be making money hand over foot. The best thing I could tell the Bears and George McCaskey is start getting your hands involved in some of the buildings and some of the things that's going to accompany the stadium around it, so you can really start making a lot more money. You got to stretch your game out a little bit further than the Chicago Bears. That can't be your sole.
That's the answer to Do It All's comment right there, right? If the Bears been trying to do this for 30 years, relying on bare money alone, what kind of business? Like, what are you doing?
You got to stretch it out. If you worried about that, you just got to bring in more income so that you can take that crack across the back of taxes, and you'll be all right. Just stretch out your income sources.
Yeah, you create brand new revenue streams. That's what you do. You have all the money. Like folks, like some of us may not have the level of investment capital that we can dip into to simply create new streams of revenue. These people have mad dough. Like you could build whatever you want anytime you want and have somebody else run it and just look at the dollars come in. It's literally that simple for a guy like George McCaskey or for
he's got to hire a snake, another kind of snake that can get
he's no snake
deals done, man.
Just get Teddy to do the hiring.
I mean, he would be a good person for that.
He was hung out with a snake for about 20 of those 30 years.
He actually would be a good person for a job like that, to just get them hands in a bunch of deals. Some of this adjacent stuff that's going on with the stadium bill, man, it's just a lot of money there to be had. Everybody's going to want to slap his hand away, but it's like, hey, listen, you want this spot, man. Hey, that's the thing. They're just not diverse enough as a company. The Chicago Bears is just not diverse enough, and that's the problem.
You see, like I get it though, because I kind of expected them to do, 30 years is a different thing, but I expected them to do similar things just with the Arlington Heights land. Like I thought, you bought the land, just develop it, get in there and start developing it, put up a hotel, put up a casino, and save some room for your vaunted stadium, right? But even that is big taxation, right? So it's a tough one to manage, man. Tough one to do.
All I know is I don't want him in Indiana. I will seriously consider.
Yeah, I do it all. Yeah,
I'm not trying to fool with no Indiana Bears, man. With the Chicago name on it, I'm not. I feel a certain way about that. I don't like Indiana at all, and I don't believe the Chicago Bears need to leave the state of Illinois. This team belongs here. It's too much Chicago cachet, Illinois cachet that made the Chicago Bears the Chicago Bears. And Trips knows what that is. It's just a lot of oomph that comes from us. You know what I mean? Like that's not to be understated. Like we give the Chicago Bears its personality, along with the players, but the surrounding factors that I know you feel it, kids in Canada, but to be here, as we love.
No, it's different for you guys than it would be. I mean, long story short, I will go to an Indiana Bears game for sure. Like if that's where they're at, wherever they're at, I'll go.
I would never go
if given the opportunity. But I hear why you would feel that way. This is an identity thing for you.
Well, but I also understand because growing up and the Bears, were always at Soldier Field, other than that rebuilding toilet bowl UFO landing on Soldier Field that made the Bears play down at University of Illinois. But let's keep it real. The Soldier Field, the actual facility, shithole. A beautiful, nostalgic place for the team to play. The skyline, the view, the winds off of Lake Michigan, all of that. But the reality is that in this NFL time and period, new stadiums are the thing, and ain't no place to put it in the city of Chicago because of the population and the density, and just don't have the areas, and to do the areas that they want to, not financially viable, whatever. All right, so they got that beautiful Arlington Heights, and if they do move to Arlington Heights, it's still 50 miles away from downtown Chicago and the lakefront, but it's still be the Chicago Bears because it's in the general metro area, as is Indiana. It's in the metro area, but it's, not far. So the hell happened there?
I did that, Trips.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, yeah.
Trying to give you a little shine, baby boy.
I'm cooking. Let me go and get back on the stove. So it's gonna be a time that this organization steps into the modern times and away from the mom and pop rule, and hired Warren, looking for a new stadium, bringing more development, and some say it's just because they want to increase the value because no other McCaskey wants to really be involved in the team, so they're gonna increase the value by adding a stadium and then maybe even sell the team. Who knows? But if they're in Indiana, if they're in Illinois, they're still going to be the Chicago Bears. We've seen the example of the 49ers, are the San Francisco 49ers, but they play an hour away in Santa Clara. The Giants, the Jets, they play in New Jersey, but they're still New York. So, I mean, that's just what it is. Dallas plays in Arlington, not Dallas. So if they're in Indiana, if they're in Illinois, they're still going to be the Chicago Bears. Hallis Hall is still going to be in Lake Forest. And, it's just going to be what it is. But guess what? They took the surveys from the PSL holders, the personal seat license, the people that season ticket holders that pay for their seats. And the season ticket holders are more than willing to travel to Indiana, and they're the ones that are the corporate paying or whatever. They're going to Indiana.
I'm gonna quit. F that, man.
Well, I'm sure somebody will buy your season ticket for long.
You want to talk about stadium? There's something about, like, the Bear Stadium was shitty when I went there, and I was a small boy. The only time I ever went there, I went there again. I take that back. As I was an adult, it was a what they call that, the HBCU Classic or something. Remember, they do that in Soldier Field sometimes, and man, it was a bomb ass time. I went in there as a grown man, and the stadium is shitty, but the nostalgia you get from when you go in a place like that and you smell that popcorn and you smell that pizza and all the food all that stuff makes you just forget all about it. The people, you know what I mean, and it kind of dumbs down and keeps your focus off. Oh, this is a shitty place. Keeps your focus away from that because you're intertwined with the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. People. I could say the same thing about freaking Wrigley Field. Shithole. But those same things apply there. It's like Chicago likes old things. Things that have nostalgia. And I understand that. I get the people that get that part of it. I understand those people. But then there's a time like the socks, man. Put them goddamn hockey socks in the damn museum somewhere.
Somehow we got back to the damn socks.
You say old shit, man. Old shit is old shit. So I think history, and Chicago has such a rich history. Some of the old is kind of what we've kind of fixed ourselves into. We get so used to the nostalgia of the old stuff that we can't get new, nice things. That's not cool to me. I think every good especially NFL team and NBA team, but especially those teams, should play in modern settings. This ain't yesterday. This is today, man. And so that's just my feelings about it. It's not about, I can't believe they stayed there that long in that place. I really can't.
Well, like I say, March 18th, we should know something. And there has been another move recently came across the wire. Former Jaguars linebacker Devin Lloyd reached an agreement with the Carolina Panthers on a 3-year, $45 million deal.
Yeah. I would love to get in that stadium, Scrolls, because I know that's one of a kind right there. That's what I want for the Bears. The stadium that the literal Death Star that the Raiders play in.
Crazy.
I Wrigley Field is
it's a beautiful experience from the perspective of a fan or the players, but the actual facilities, are over 100 years old. We'll put it like that.
It's shitty.
Well,
I mean, when you like old, if you like old, that's just like people that like that adorn their homes with old porcelain, little old things, just old stuff. Like I have more of a modern feel, so that's just my sensibilities. I don't around my house looks modern. I don't have a bunch of old ass shit around my house. My girlfriend has got that kind of mindset. She wants kind of decor around here that looks a little old, and she likes that. No,
you want to go antiquing?
No, I'm bulldogging right now. Dog, you ain't doing all that at this house. Nope.
No tchotchkes for you.
You get one room. You get one room. You can adorn that how you want to adorn it, but no, the rest of this house gonna look modern. It's gonna look like somebody from the 21st century lives in this motherfucker.
So she got a woman room instead of a man cave.
She got her little she shed back there.
She shed.
She shed.
Yeah, she got a little spot back there.
Got her chimes and incense.
Man,
Anya playing on the speakers.
Anya,
good luck.
Fade away, sail away.
That was the fight of a lifetime, trying to fight a woman about how the house is going to be adorned, because that's typically the job.
You won that fight, bro.
I won that fight.
That's why she got a she shed.
You give yourself a Mike Sharp, Barry Horowitz pat on the back, man. I'm telling you, man. That's when I was like, you know what, man? I quit. I give up. You just do whatever the fuck you want to do.
That's why you're have my shit looking like good times, man, bro. I can't.
I was just saying, James. Damn, James.
Hey, that's a little give and take. That's the only time where I didn't really kind of concede, because most times I'm the conceding. Like whatever you want to do. But nah, everybody got to come through here, man.
I said, if I see one damn gnome in this yard, one damn elf on the shelf in this house,
she wants to put
my blood pressure high enough, man. I just let that stuff go. I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's not that gnomes.
But look at it.
Serenity now. I ignore the gnomes. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them.
Look at it this way, kid. So if you had the kind of psyche that sees your visuals in your home as, let's just say, cabin-like.
Rick Rube.
Let's just say cabin-like. You like the nostalgia of a cabin, like you living in a cabin. If you have that kind of,
I want you to say that one more time.
Cabin.
like some people like that. I like that to an extent. A cabin, like if you like that, and your girlfriend likes something a little bit more trendy, or the other way around, your girlfriend likes the little more. I mean, it's about what you're willing to give.
Like I said, I found my own little space. I have my own little space. I got all my stuff around here. I'm fine. She leave me alone. The rest of the house is yours, man. Do whatever you do, what you will with it. As long as the gnomes don't like, if you see me like, strangling a gnome or you know what I mean, then I've clearly lost my shit. I've lost my shit. But Like I say, it's all yours, man. All yours. I don't have the cycles for this.
All right. So
My father, on the other hand, would kill everyone in the building, like unalive. Shout out, Daddy, man.
This is Daddy's house.
Like I don't know what your house looks like or your place looks like, Trips or kids, what it looks like on the outside. Like the only thing that we've recently agreed about adorning, she wants to put all these these bird feeders and shit all over the yard. I'm just like, man, that attracts critters, man. It's like the birds get in there, they get to eat and shit's falling out, and
you got squirrels and lizards,
all kinds of and other things.
You got bird poop all down under there.
And I had to fuss about that. So I agreed to let her get a what do you call this thing? Like the sugar water kind of bird feeder for like hummingbirds.
Okay.
So we got a couple of those around the yard, man.
Look at that compromise.
Yeah, man, but I can't have crazy, man. I know the neighborhood I'm living in, man. No, we ain't.
We not gonna have no nice stuff outside. Because if we got nice stuff outside, they know we got nice stuff inside.
Dog, I put lights all around my house, and so in my backyard, I it used to have like a track on my back gate. It used to have a track on my back gate, which got broke, which I got to replace. But the gate would slide open, slide close with the remote, right? And so it got broke. So right now I'm using a padlock and a chain to keep it closed. So I go in and out of that gate that way. And so there's a little gap there. And so small people can squeeze through that little gap between the fence and get in there and get your life. Like little kids have come back there and gotten our waterfalls, gotten our little sprinkler lights and all. I've literally watched these kids from back here in the man cave. I'm like, hey,
what you doing?
Too funny, man.
That's real.
Hell about it,
man. That's kind of shit we deal with around here, man.
That's a good joke right there, Wendy. Though you caught me with that one.
Strangle your gnome on your own. Make him spit out of his one good eye.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, still in lights. Shit, man. The house is beautiful on the outside, especially in the summer and spring. Man, boy, you gotta little kids around here take your shit.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, it's not a beautiful thing nowadays here.
What we got going on, man?
All right, now we're gonna do an actual what the actual moves were, and see where we're at. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Why is this so big up here? Because we can't. Oh, there we go. We can see that. All right. So the Bears today made a series of roster moves, signings, free agents, and re-signings. So what we are looking at now is the stick to the model.com platform for the offseason armchair GM. And Kid suggested that we do the mock draft, but this will go pretty quick because we're going to mimic and mirror the moves IRL in real life, as the kids say, on this mock, and then we'll get to the draft. Does that sound fair?
I think we can do this relatively quickly. So,
all right, there was no
we did re-sign Case.
Hold on. While we doing a mock draft?
Look that way.
Trips, you trying to bully a mock draft, man? I ain't signed up for that shit.
No, ain't nobody doing no mock draft. We doing a mock offseason.
He trying to, man. Oh, okay.
Wait, who did we trade for? Wait, hold on. Who was our center's name? Bradbury, correct? That's offensive line. Let's see.
He's already there. He's
Bradbury.
He's there. So basically, like
whole bunch of cuts trades to be made. It's only free agency, right?
Mostly.
And we'll do that. All right. So we did not. Let's go by position. All right. Who did we sign in free agency? We signed defensive lineman.
We signed DeMarco Jackson, Neville Gallimore.
Wait, hold on. Defensive lineman. I can't scroll. Why is the whole top half of the screen frozen? But I can only scroll this little bitty part of the screen. Let me reduce it one click. See if we can do that a little bit better. Excuse me. There we go. All right. We're on defensive line, so we are looking for Neville.
Yeah. Just type in Nev. There's only one Nev.
I'll tell you what,
And
damn draft, I'm fucking doing it.
EV.
Doing it?
That's fine.
You feel free.
All right, there he is. Sign. And what did he sign for? 2 years, $6 million, right?
$6 million.
So that's correct.
That is.
Boom. All right. And then we signed linebackers.
Okay.
Wait, back up. What's his name? Devin, D-E-V.
Devin Bush. There he is.
And for a lot less. Wait, why can't I click on him?
You think he's already on the team?
Well, hold on. Let's see. What is he? A linebacker?
Yeah.
Wait, TJ Edwards, Hippolyte Sewell. He is not.
Go figure.
I don't know. Oh, maybe cap. What? Because of the cap.
That is why.
But it's not letting me even.
So go back to cap management.
Hmm.
And we got to cut some people here.
Well, who did we cut? Like IRL.
D-Rob's gone. D-Rob's gone. I don't know that. I need to look at free agency right now. Billings, I don't think is coming back.
All right. Well, but I mean, on this roster here, D-Rob is already gone. Billings is already gone. You know, I don't see anybody on here that we.
Are you sure? It's like scroll right down to the bottom. Does it say show more when you're at D tackle?
No, that's it right there.
Okay, go to all.
All.
Let's slowly scroll down to the bottom. Let's see what we got here. Tooney, Dale, Jonah, Get Grady, Cole Komet, Colson Loveland. Great. Garrett's there. Yeah. I don't think Roshan. Well,
yeah, he's still on the roster.
Is he on the roster?
You know,
because he has a year left.
You know who today's biggest loser is? Ruben Hippolyte.
Yeah.
It's not a bad comment to make.
Yeah, but everybody up here looks current, but the cap is off. And
Dominique Robinson was right there. Go up to Dominique. There,
Hampton.
Oh, Hampton. My bad.
Yeah, that was Hampton. Yeah, so I don't know how to. You know what I mean?
Don't worry about it. Just go to the draft.
Man. All right. Well, hold on. Well, we still got what is that? Safety. Where is it not populating?
Look, just back up and snap.
Did too much, didn't you?
Well, I mean, it wasn't like we really did anything.
Yeah, he didn't do too much. So just restructure Montez Sweat for shits and giggles.
Did we ever? I don't know if we mentioned that we re-signed Daniel Hardy. Did we mention that?
It's captured here. We did mention it. It's actually also captured in this mock draft sim.
Oh, yes, that's a good point, Sharon. It's hard to trade a guy that's just coming off of surgery, though.
So there's Daniel Hardy right there.
Eventually is right. Maybe at some point.
Okay. So let's get your guys now, Trip. You should have
now, what did we pay Jackson for how long? That was 2 years, 7.5. So we move this back to 7.5. 2 years. Boom. No, how do we make it happen? Because we can't force sign. Because he signed for that amount.
It's fine.
This amount. How do we force it?
Just put it up to 8.5.
I'm gonna try 8 first. 8.5.
I agree with that, Wendy. That's gonna be a tough physical duo.
All right.
Did he take it?
Yeah, he took it. But
Okay.
all right. And then Braxton Jones, we re-signed for 1 year at what was it, 10 million or 5 million? What was it?
It was $5 million.
No, 10 million
No, it was $5 million with
with
incentives.
incentives. All right, but it's listed at all right. There you go, 5. We'll do that,
There's no way he's taking this deal.
and we can't just make them. All right, let's bump it up to there. Huh? Yeah, force. There we go, force.
Okay, go. Oh, I would have went back lower. See if we can force it for lower. All right, fine.
And then Coby Bryant.
Mhm.
See, Nick Cross is still out there. Wait, he must be higher up, wasn't he? Reed Blankenship, he signed with Texans.
You were just on Kobe Bryant.
I was?
Yeah.
Oh, sure was. And I still can't sign him. Well, see?
Because now you're back down to having no money again.
And I can't, manipulate anything. All right, so that's
go back to cap. Go back to cap.
Uh-huh.
Just restructure Jalen Johnson.
Will do. He's a cornerback, and there he is. So we will restructure him.
Sure.
Thank you. And now we go forward, back to free agency, back to safety. And scroll down. Scroll. Kobe. There he is. And Kobe Bryant signed 3 years, $40 million. So how much is that?
It's 3 years, 30. This is 36 and change. Bring it down to try him at 10. He's gonna say no. That's what it was. Sure.
All right. So 11 said no. 12. Just say okay. Yes. There it is. Boom. All right. And that's Devin Bush. We couldn't sign because of his price tag.
Did you do Neville this time around, or did we get Neville last time?
Oh yeah, Neville. Let's see. Wait, let me see Bush real quick since we're here. And that's the right Bush, right? Devin Bush. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Still not allowed. All right, Neville. Big Maple.
We won't be able to do either one.
Let's see. Holler if you see him. Holler if you hear me. Onyemata got signed. Franklin Myers got signed. Rankins got signed.
Who the Onyemata gets? Oh, you talking about in this simulation?
No, he got signed in real life.
Who did he get signed with?
David Neville Gilmore. I'm sorry, right here. Yeah, I can't sign him either.
I didn't know.
Who did Onyemata go to? Somebody help me out, chat, because I'm a little hands full right here. Let's go back to cap management and let's look at all.
Let's go to Grady Jarrett.
Yeah, I'm looking at all the higher
Joe Tooney. Just do two.
Yeah, doing all those just to put that there and then give us some money in the bank. Da-da-da-da.
Yeah. All right.
And
it's still in the yellow. Damn.
That should do it.
You're still in the yellow.
You moving really, really fast, man.
Well, no, what we're doing, we're trying to replicate the signings that we had, but on the stick to the model here, the cap number isn't.
Onyemata went to the Jets.
Leo factor. Good lookout,
Leo.
Thanks, Leo. It doesn't allow me to now we can get on Gilmore. And he did a 2-year deal for $12 million. So that's $6 million a year.
29 kids.
Say what now?
He's 29.
Yeah, no, I knew how old he was.
Yeah, Gilmore. Yeah,
I actually looked it up. I didn't say anything earlier on.
All right, and so the only one left is the linebacker, and that is Devin Bush, which I just passed. And now we can sign him. And Devin Bush was 3 years, $30 million.
Hey, kids, he's about 6 months from over the hill per trips.
As far as triple R is concerned, yeah, you got it.
Well, no, he's pushing it because he's still on this side of 30.
See? 6 months.
Let's see if we can get him for there. Nope. Revise. Can we get him for 12? Make offer. Force 12. Thank you. All right. So it looks like what we've done thus far on our depth chart, we have mimicked the offseason free agent signings and moves thus far. So this is our current depth chart, and Case Keenum, we got to bring him back, right?
That's the last one. $5 million deal for Case Keenum.
All right.
2 years.
Case Keenum re-signed. Was it 2-year deal, right?
That's fine. You know what? Screw that. 2.5. No. 2.
Well, no, we just got to make the numbers fit. That's all that is.
Hey, come on, kid, you cheap.
All right, so now this, I mean,
hey, if I'm cheap, Ryan Poles is cheaper.
You cheap.
the cap number isn't exact, but the roster is. How about that?
Okay.
So these are our quarterbacks. This is the current roster as it stands, with Bradbury included at center. And then on the defensive side of the ball, we see Neville there. We see Bush is there. And now obviously we're going to move Bush ahead of him. DeMarco Jackson is re-signed and in the fold. We'll move him up there. Then Coby Bryant at safety. And these are all of our acquisitions thus far. Thank you. And so now we will move to the draft, of which Nomad is going to do.
I'm giving us one trade. I'm gonna try to keep it as real as we can.
All right. Well, it's your party. Cry if you want to, but from jump right here, the picks we have on the board are 25, 57, 60, 89, 129, 238, and 240. Now, would you like to make a trade or start?
Start the draft.
Draft is started. And we are off. Now, for those of you who may not have seen this before, we have you stick to the model before. So the stars you see to the right side are all players that Nomad has identified that our scheme fits, offense and defense, and are eligible for picks. Now we are at 25 on the board. You know, you see here you have your Caden McDonald, TJ Parker, and such. Then you also have 7 trade offers. Are you interested in trading here?
No.
All right. We will
right to edge. Go get Akeem Mesidor. Let's keep moving.
All right. Edge. We go to Akeem Mesidor, second one off the board after Parker, but he is the first one off the board now, and it is sent. So the train moves on as we take a little look at our depth. He's not registering yet, a little soon, but we are back, and we're on the board at 57. Exploring trades here or no?
Do me a favor, Trip, and click on wide receiver.
Hold on, I'm doing this, man.
Just give me humor me for a second. Okay, thank you. That's all I needed.
Who we got here, man? Slow up. Is Jeremy Bernard there?
That's what do you think I was looking for, man? I'm doing it.
What, wide receiver?
I'm trying to see if Jeremy Bernard is there, just to sort of point him at you. But
he's Jeremy Bernard. What? No, he just went at 53 to Pittsburgh.
Wow. Okay.
There you go.
Look at D tackle. Okay.
Big citrus.
All right.
Dante Corleone.
Look at the running back.
Made him offer me a price I couldn't refuse.
Oh, go back up.
Oh, there's your guy. But you still got 60. You got 57 right now?
The next pick is, we're 57 right now, upcoming 60 and 89.
Okay. You got a couple moves to make. I
think you're the corner.
Say again?
Corner. Ooh. Okay.
I think you want to spend a second rounder on that D tackle.
You want to look at safeties? Anything else?
Or safety, like 3 techers.
Let's look at him. Let's take a look at him.
A.G. Halsey.
As of right now, we don't have Kevin Byard, so that's a good. They're right there, 1 and 2. Let's go back to D tackle.
Wait, sorry. There you go.
Go down a little bit.
Oh, Grayson Houghton's there.
Okay, so I think we can get. I'm gonna overdraft the guy because we need to.
I'm gonna suggest you do your safety, bro. Let me see. What's Halsey listed at?
Y'all be biting. You be biting.
58.
Yeah, you take
bite at me when I give you a suggestion, but I listen to you. You say safety.
I think you take your safety here, bro.
Yeah, he's rated or ranked at 58, and we are pick 60 right now.
So go back up to the top of safeties.
That is the top of safeties right here. AJ Halsey, Ramsey, Bud Clark.
I'm gonna keep the speed going. I'm gonna go with Bud Clark.
Well, then you can wait. Well, when's Bud Clark? 111?
111.
I don't need AJ Halsey right now.
Okay, well then don't get him. I'm just saying you can
gotta
get him.
understand what like if you thinking of Coby Bryant as your box safety or your free safety, then if you see him as a free safety, then you're gonna get Bud Clark.
Okay, well then you've like what you've done right now is you've identified your safety. You can get him with pick 89 as opposed to pick 57. Okay. See what I'm saying? So he'll be on the board. There's like a bunch of safeties in front of him. He'll be on the board a little bit later on.
You see, Bud Clark is down here, and we are up here. So safety wise,
let's go back to DT, man.
Okay.
Bud Clark is the third safety on the board right now.
We might be able to get him the next pick.
All right, defensive line.
Yeah.
This is the top: Dominique, Big Citrus, Orange, Jackson, and On.
We're gonna go with we need a 3 technique, man.
Well, there's Jacob Rodriguez right there, but I think we're all right at linebacker.
Yeah. Go back to D tackle, man. Just stay there. Let's scroll down a little bit.
Dale Jackson's a what? Is he a 3?
I'm gonna overdraft the guy, and y'all ain't gonna understand it, but I'm gonna draft him anyway.
In the second round?
Mm-hmm.
Who you want?
Not Daryl Jackson, but Zane Durant. Don't worry about where he's lined up here.
Oh no.
You want Durant?
Yeah.
What are you picking him in the second round for? You're a madman.
All right. So you got Edge, Akeem Mesidor. You got 3 tech Zane Durant. We're at pick 60. The next pick after is 89, then 129.
Let's look at that safety again.
Hold on 1 second. Let me take those off. There we go. Here we go. Safety right here.
So now I'm gonna think about whether I want Coby Bryant to play in the box like he's been playing, or do I want him up top? And that's the question. So if I don't want him in the box and I want him up top, then I'm gonna draft Bud Clark. I mean AJ Halsey. But if I want him in the box and I want somebody else up top, it's got to be Bud Clark or Kamari Ramsey. So you see what I'm thinking? He's versatile that way, and I think Coby Bryant's best attributes are around the ball. The closer you can get him to the ball, the better he plays.
Okay. I'm
gonna run with this. I'm gonna keep being fast. I'm gonna go with Bud Clark.
I wouldn't do that.
Both of them can move in and out of there. Versatility.
I'm gonna suggest you get Mike Washington now and get Bud Clark with your next pick. Mike Washington will likely be
we can do that just because of how they're sitting you right.
Mike Washington will likely be gone. There's Mike right there. He's pretty close.
Let's get the horse.
All right, so Mike Washington?
Yeah.
Sent.
Next one is gonna be Bud Clark if we're lucky enough.
Who's who, Foster?
Uncle fucking motherfucking Foster.
They're gonna take him from me, man.
All right. Hold your breath, clench your cheeks. You know, don't let the turtle stick his head out because you're on the board, and we go to safety, and Bud Clark is there.
Get him.
He's the top safety on the board, and he is gotten. All right, so far you have signed edge Akeem Mesidor, 3-tech Zane Durant, running back Mike Washington Jr., safety Bud Clark. The next pick is 129, and then 238 and 240.
I'm looking. Let's look at edge one more time.
Okay, 1 second here.
Because we still need some depth because Dom Rob is gone.
All right, so just take a look at your defensive depth chart right now.
I know what it is. We good.
Okay. We're just taking a look at it for everybody else as well. And so you're looking at the linebacker as well. So what position grouping?
About 195, Paul. All right, so we're looking at let's look at edge one more time. Might be able to double down here. These
are all the starred edges, so let's go to all edges.
Max Llewellyn.
Max Llewellyn's a good look here, but I think you should look at your boy Bryce Lance, man.
What, wide receiver?
That's my suggestion. Oh, look at him. He's right there.
He's a first start wide receiver on the board.
It's a good look. Now let's look at corner one more time before we do that. Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right. That's exactly what we need to do. Go with the receiver. Go with Bryce Lance.
All right. Wide receiver. Scroll up. Wait, hold on. Where are we at? That was wide receivers. There we
What
go.
up, Foster? Paul Martin. What up, guys?
All right. Bryce Lance is done. All right. Our next pick, 238 and then 240. So 2 more picks. Looks like you addressed running back with Mike. Let's
see if we get any trade offers. I'm good.
Nah, you won't get no trades for these 2 later picks, but you know you'll have a couple of depth players here that you start. That much I can say. Really, just a question of what you want to do. I think you probably want to get a corner here if there's one left over.
No, corner you say is there.
Yeah, Ephesians Prishuk.
That's what is that? A biblical name, right? Ephesians.
Definitely.
That chapter in the Bible.
That is a chapter in the Bible.
Okay. Scroll down on the corners a little bit. Just scroll a little bit.
That's it of the starred.
Don't worry about the stars. Just look at all the corners. That can't be all the corners. Okay.
You're at pick number 238.
Okay, slow down. Just slow down a little bit. All right. Do me a favor. Look one more time at offensive tackles or offensive line tackles in particular. I like Keegan Trost here. I like Keegan Trost. Okay.
Get him.
I think this is a good place to get him. Keegan Trost.
Keegan Trost, offensive tackle from Mizzou is sent. And now you're back on the board and is the top of the draft with all.
Okay, the best player available. Keeps the scrolls slowly. We didn't get the corner we wanted, but I'm gonna find one. Oh, Thaddeus Dixon's there. Hold on, don't take him yet. Ooh, Romello Brinson's explosive receiver. Keep going.
Quintavious.
Go back up. Grab that Dixon, cornerback.
Did I pass him?
Right there.
Thaddeus Dixon, the 6'1", 195-pound cornerback, is drafted. So that no trades happened. You get in the heat of the draft, and it it's like, well, I need this guy, got to get this guy. So we're not going to look at the offseason grade as a B, but we made it happen. But draft-wise, what Nomad did is, we look here, you got Mike Washington, running back, Bryce Lance at wide receiver, left tackle of Keegan Troost, and then on the defensive side of the ball, we're looking at Zane Durant, tackle, and then we have Bud Clark at safety, but there are also a couple more, wasn't there? Akeem Mesidor at edge, Zane Durant at 3 tech, running back Mike Washington, safety Bud Clark, wide receiver Bryce Lance, offensive tackle Keegan Troost, and cornerback Thaddeus Dixon.
They probably gave me the B because I overdrafted Zane. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's why you got a D?
Why?
You got a D?
B.
You got a B for that.
B? Yeah, for sure. They're gonna give you a lower rating for that reach.
I know what kind of.
But then also it was affected because of your cap health, which isn't fair because we had to manipulate some things. So the roster moves are identical, but the draft, I think you did address the situation where we're not showing Mesidor here for some reason. Let's see if I can move one.
No, go up to the top there, right beside.
There he is.
Oh, you found him?
Yeah. He was like fourth string.
Fourth. Okay.
Yeah, he got bumped back. So you got there's Mesidor and Durant there on your defensive line, and then linebacker wise, you get somebody, right?
Patrick, if I'd have drafted Rodriguez, he's gonna get buried in the depth. Because we still got TJ, and then we just signed 2 other guys. You just got here, so you didn't see what we did, and you didn't know what we did, I guess.
And there's Thaddeus. So this is kind of how the lineups would kind of look with the free agent acquisitions that the team made today. And then the addition of the draft picks that Nomad just made, right? These are all of them.
Got some horses, man. Got some straight up horses.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like on the defense with Bud Clark, Thaddeus Dixon, Durant, and Mesidor, you got some definite increased team speed. And we've already covered that they're all dogs. And then offensively, development left tackle, possible swing tackle, or whatever happens in Troost. And then we know Bryce Lance and Mike Washington are picking them up and putting them down, running, 4.3s and such. So like future building behind veterans, all of these rookies I would think would contribute, except maybe for Troost. He's a more development guy, but other than that, everybody's going to play.
Exactly. They're going to see the field. Keegan Troost is going to get probably his first year is kind of going to be a redshirt year as we develop him and see where we're going to put him at, because he's got the kind of traits that he can play inside if they need him to. But you're training a tackle, to play on one side or the other or both sides. Swing him. Because you ain't going to have Bryson Jones pass this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so these are the possibilities. So if you're using stick to the model or whatever mock you're doing, make it a little bit realistic. And now Nomad went with Mesidor and as his first pick. I saw some people were saying McDonald. With their first pick. So run that sim, that mock, and see how you would fill out the rest of the roster from taking that first step forward. You might end up with a lot of the same players or not.
Okay,
You know, that's the fun part.
If you don't mind pulling up the full draft, I'm just going to talk to what people can see on the screen.
The full like
Draft
this one.
pick. Yeah, the draft picks. If,
Yeah, okay.
if there's any way you can minimize so they can
Yeah,
see.
that's what I'm doing.
All right. So my thoughts here is after what we've seen in the first phase of the free agency period, it's clear to me that they're going to draft their future edge rusher. It's clear to me at this point, unless something miraculous happens. Just sit there for a second. Unless something miraculous happens and they do pick up Trey Hendrickson, I don't see it happening. But I think Akeem Mesidor is a guy that we need to pay close attention to because I think they're telling us that their future edge rusher is in the draft, and I think he's that guy. If not, if they don't get him, I think they move up and get David Bailey. That's how strongly I feel about those two guys' tapes. Zane Durant, I probably put 2 or 3 shorts out on him over the last 2 years. I've been studying him for a while. He's like young Grady Jarrett is what he is. So Grady Jarrett at his peak, Zane Durant is on his way too. We definitely need a shorter, more stout 3 technique that Dennis Allen would like. And Zane Durant is about 6'2", 6'3", somewhere in the neighborhood of 295, exactly where he likes a guy. A guy's going to grow into a 300-pound kid, and he's going to be the truth when he does, man. His athleticism is more insane than any 3 technique in this draft. He's just unique that way. Zane Durant is a piece. And then down to Mike Washington, you almost could not pass that up. The kind of horse that you're getting with this running back, because you know that, DeAndre Swift ain't going to be here forever. And you need to start thinking about your running backs of the future. And you got an opportunity at that spot to really, really improve your depth. I do not see Kyle Monunga, even though he can tote the rock. I just don't see him in every down number 1 running back. I don't see him as running back 1. I think Mike Washington is at some point. And so that's my thinking in getting Mike Washington on the team. And then Bud Clark, as of right now, we have 1 signed safety on the team. 1 signed safety. So we had to do something in that regard. And so Bud Clark, with his range and his ability, is exactly what Dennis Allen is looking for. That's what he got in Coby Bryant, somebody that can move around with a lot of different range. He's got a kind of a big cornerback's body. He's like, I guess about 6'1", 195, somewhere in that neighborhood. Perfect size to be kind of a tweener. You feel comfortable with putting Bud Clark on a slot if you have to. If he's got a man up on a slot receiver one-on-one, you feel good with that speed. And so he gives you almost exactly what you're getting out of Coby Bryant. So that's the reason for that. And Bryce Lance, need I say more, man? I think we spoke on this guy quite a bit here on the show, man. I think this guy's got the best hands in the draft. Best hands, pure, bar none. But he's even better at route running and getting better than he has been all the time. He's being trained by a pro quarterback brother. So that's a great attribute to have, and you know he's going to get good work in the offseason. That guy's ceiling is going to be pretty high, I think. So that's the reason for the receiver, Bryce Lance. And Keegan Tross is from my area. He's from my neck of the woods. He's grown quite a bit, and I think he's kind of a tweener. You can kind of draft a tackle, but you can kind of cross-train him to be guard as well. But I think under the circumstances, I think Keegan Tross is the kind of, out of Missouri, is the kind of guy that you want to start training to go from one side to the other at tackle. And he's pretty much primarily played right tackle at Missouri, but he's got the kind of traits and technique that I don't think he's going to have a problem whatsoever flipping to the other side and getting used to that foot up as opposed to the other foot up on the right side and all those techniques that come with that. It's harder than I describe it, but I'm just saying this guy's a good piece to have. And the last guy, Thaddeus Dixon, he's a bigger cornerback, about 195. He's kind of a tweener in between. He's 6'1", 195, in between a cornerback and safety. But he's physical. He's physical. We don't know exactly how this cornerback situation is going to play out with this team. I still feel like we got a couple of guys that may or may not be here. But I think you have to draft this big corner because you don't know exactly how what's his name? Number 32. I'm having a brain fart right now.
Terrell Smith.
Yeah, Terrell Smith. We don't know how he's going to come back, and we need the depth, right? We do need the depth. We did not re-sign Nashawn Wright. He hasn't been signed in the free agent market, but if we were going to re-sign Nashawn Wright, we would have. And so now I think you're looking at Tyreek Stevenson probably as a starter going into week 1, and maybe depending on how well Terrell Smith comes back off of his injury, maybe he's the guy that backs him up. But we need somebody to back him up. And so that's where Thaddeus Dixon comes in. Is that all understandable?
Makes sense to me, man. Like I said, I think your only little shortcoming is overdrafting your 3-tech. I think you could have got him a little bit later on. But other than that, what you did made sense, man. You got yourself your running back. Now you got a RB, what is it? Running back by committee. And yeah, RBC. That's it. Yeah.
Right. He might be able to fill in at guard too. He's got the traits.
Who, your linebacker or your tackle?
Yeah, Keegan Tross, y'all need to check him out, man.
Okay. Yeah. A little help on that line. A lot of help on the other side of the line. I think that's where the shortcomings really are, but man.
All right, that's it, man.
Cool.
All right, man. So what do y'all let me look at the free agency tracker and make sure ain't nothing happened since we've been talking. I think it's slowed down for the night. Well, Rico Dowdle got signed by the Steelers.
Oh, that's a great place for him.
2-year, $12.25 million. Cowboys re-signed Sam Williams.
Wait. Is that the total contract? 12.25?
Yeah, 2 years.
For Rico Dowdle?
2 years, 12.25. We could have done that, couldn't we?
Oh no, what are we doing?
Yeah, and then Sam Williams got a deal with the Cowboys, re-signed with them, 1 year, $3 million. I like that piece. Those are the last two things that just happened more recently. 2 minutes ago.
Sheesh.
Y'all talk a little bit. I'll be right back. I'm gonna pop out right quick.
Mm-hmm.
Guess we're not really in the running back market, so it is what it is. But these running backs are going at really, really decent and semi-affordable prices that I think we can pallet.
Well, but that makes me lean more to believe that they're going to identify their Mike Williams or whoever the rookie running back is in the draft. Because they didn't seem to want to get into that market, because Kenneth Walker Jr., went to the Chefs, and all of the other ATN, had his choice. Dobbins got re-signed, so
no interest in Dobbins, but like Kenneth Walker Jr. signed for 12, he signed for 15, which is crazy.
15.
That's crazy. Like I wouldn't even have that if I was the bid I got to go up against. Like I would walk away from that immediately. But Rico Dowdle for 6, yeah. Tyler Algier for 4, okay. You know what I mean? Like these are numbers that I think they can afford, and I think the impact that those backs would bring to the Chicago Bears is pretty high. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty a large amount of impact, man. Like Rico Dowdle, holy smokes, stuff he was doing for both Dallas and Carolina last year. Sheesh, one-man army all by himself on certain games, man. So that's something the Steelers really needed at that running back position. Putting him right beside Jalen Warren, they got a real run game over there now. That run game is pretty crazy.
Hey, by the way, I wanted to just mention and shout out to Jachoko. Hey man, listen,
Broncos fan, right?
Listen, there's been some cuts recently that people like some of these GMs haven't. Maybe they expected it, maybe they didn't, but like cuts like Dre Greenlaw.
Mm-hmm.
Something to keep an eye on. Something to keep an eye on, man, from that
And
Broncos defense.
And speaking of running backs, there was a running back from the Jets or Giants that got cut.
Well, they didn't cut no Brees Hall.
No. I'm sorry. Check that. The Ravens. Who was the running back behind?
J.K. Dobbins.
No, not him.
You
Dobbins got re-signed in Denver.
I just can't think of his name. He's got like 3 names and shit. Damn, he's tough too. Starts with a K.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, but he's been on the Ravens for a little bit, but Derrick Henry's been playing, so
yeah,
he wasn't.
Damn, I can't think of his name right now.
But other players like that are getting released, and it's like, oh
Keaton
shit,
Mitchell.
they could be an upgrade.
Keaton Mitchell. Shout out to Mr. Jewish 360.
Yeah, good looks. Keaton Mitchell.
Keaton Mitchell. He's a dog, man.
Paul Martin, I wouldn't get rid of Swift for Kamara, but I would definitely line him up. Like they need a third back. I don't think you need 7 backs, 3 who sit on a bench and generally don't get involved in the game. I think you need 3 solid backs. I think Swift is solid. I think Kalmananga brings a lot to the table as well. And a guy like a Kamara would be helpful too. Kamara's clearly getting up in age, but he'd be a good, he's good out of the backfield passing catches as well as full on use as a running back. So
I tell you what, if you pick up Keaton Mitchell, I think they're waiting, and I think news of that just came out today. Trips, am I wrong when they?
Yeah, 24 years old. He just got released today.
So now it's going to take a little bit of time to see what the market value is, and I think if you go there, that prevents you from drafting a running back in the draft. But
I don't think so. Remember we already lost Swift. He's gone.
He's 24.
No, did you say that?
What?
Swift is there, man.
Swift is still here.
I'm sorry, Homer.
Oh. We didn't lose him either.
No, he's gone. He's free agent.
Oh, okay. I don't think so.
I think so. I don't think
he was.
Yeah.
Keaton Mitchell, kids, 4.3740. I know you like that.
I haven't seen nothing good from Keaton Mitchell. I'll be straight up and down.
Because he didn't get a chance. He doesn't get a chance to play very much with Derrick Henry.
This is the problem. So if I haven't seen you, I have no film to have a conversation about you. I can't talk about you really.
Yeah, 5'8", 190 pounds.
We already have him. His name's
another Braxton Jones hater. Don't nobody like Braxton around here. Boy.
No, I think Mitchell is. I think he's more of a faster Manan guy.
Fair. I'll give you that.
Oh, he's much faster.
I'll give you that. But like I say,
but the thing is, the history of the Ravens. We see how their free agents got paid. Lindenblum, Isaiah Likely, are resetting market prices at their position. So obviously they draft well with talent. So if a team like the Ravens is cutting somebody loose because they can't afford them, that's somebody that you look into.
Yeah, he's right. He's right though, Ked. You need to check him out a little bit more.
I'll take a look, Patrick. But like I say, I haven't seen nothing out of Keaton Mitchell. Everybody else I'm talking about, I've seen stuff out of. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll look.
You know who else got buried by depth? One of your favorite players this year.
Who?
Number 20, Chicago Bears.
Who? Luther Burden?
Number 26 for the Chicago Bears.
26. Nashawn Wright?
Exactly. Did never. He was getting smothered. The flower couldn't bloom.
Wasn't he an undrafted free agent?
No, he was a 3rd round, actually. I think.
3rd rounder. Okay. All right. My bad.
Smothered by depth and could not bloom. And guess who knew that? Al Harris brought him here. And so, all right. So Eric Stutzmeyer came here. I think his last team was, help me out in the chat. What was his last team? Because I just remember him arguing.
Running back coach.
Yeah.
Someplace.
Hey, G, what's up?
What'd you say?
Southeast, someplace.
He was just Man, he was just cussing.
Panthers?
It might have been.
You talking about the new coach?
Yeah,
Yeah.
running back coach.
What up, D Nice?
Because who had Nick Chubb?
Cleveland. Is that
I
Cleveland?
think that's where he's from, Cleveland.
Sounds about right. They got a good run game over there. I think he was.
No,
with
Smitty's saying Miami.
Miami.
Oh, he was with. Oh, that's right. It was with Devin A-Chain and Mostert.
A-Chain, a different Chubb.
Okay, so a little exercise right quick is to see who may or may not be available in the running back room in Miami.
Well, technically, Devin A-Chain is up.
Well,
he's
rich.
Any young guys on the come up.
He's a young guy on the come up. He has 1 year left on his deal. I don't think you would have to pay to trade. You could just pony up a pick for this and see what happens.
Mr. Jewish is on his shit. Ollie Gordon.
And he's on the Dolphins?
Yeah. Ollie Gordon. I think they got Jaden something, but he started to really, I think they're going to try to keep him. But Ollie Gordon, and they got another guy, Jaden something.
Yeah, Ollie Gordon, 22 years old, 6'1", 225 pounds.
I did a lot of work on him last year.
Oh, he came from
they drafted him last year.
Yeah.
Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they ain't letting him go.
And kids, he runs a 40 of 4.6.
I remember looking at Ollie Gordon last year, man. He's a little bit slower, but he's a good back for all intents and purposes.
Mr. Jewish is a damn computer. Jalen Wright is the running back, the other running back I was talking about.
Jalen Wright's also a good back.
Don't be surprised if when you bring in a new coach like that and they've got pieces that they've been working with over at another team, don't be surprised if they're able to convince a coaching staff to make a move for them.
Because the aforementioned Mr. Jalen Wright, 5'10", 208 pounds, and he is a mere 22 years old. And as we know, kids likes his 40 times 4.38.
No, I remember both Jalen Wright and Ollie Gordon. Ollie Gordon is a bit of a big body, which is great. We could kind of use that. Jalen Wright is not what I would consider a big body. It's good size, but he's fast and shifty. Like he's a nice back. I don't see the Dolphins doing anything with these guys though. Like they're drafted last year. They drafted 2 running backs last year.
I'm telling you, bookmark this. They just did a coaching change over, kids. You got to always remember that.
Yeah, these coaches didn't draft those.
Yeah, you got to remember that. Bookmark this, no man. But you know what we're talking about. There could be some action going on there. You got to always pay attention to where these coaches come from and the talent that they were developing at that place.
I'm just
always have to pay attention to that.
It's when you're paying them peanuts, it's hard to cut. I mean, it's hard to cut somebody virtually paying nothing on a rookie deal for the next couple of years. If he doesn't shake out this year under your tutelage, at least you've had a little bit of time to check him out.
Here he goes again, Trips. Uncle Nick died.
I'm just saying.
Listen to my man in the chat. You know, as Peter Griffin saying, "I need a Jew," and now we have Mr. Jewish, who says his dad always told him that he should have done this for a living because he's so damn good at it. And his review right here, put that back up. He is a wrecking ball. He just got injured. Ollie Gordon was big and strong, just was behind a terrible O-line in Miami at where Devin A-Chain's production time came from the pass, catch, and run.
Yep. It's exactly why they drafted him.
It may or may not have that
right to back up.
Just pointing out to people so that you pay attention to it. So if it pops up in the next 24 to 48 hours, you know why.
I'll be surprised. Like I said.
You know, but the thing is, when every free agent or player is connected to a former coach, there's like, oh yeah, Hendrickson, he played with Dennis Allen, so there's that connection. You know, they brought over Eric Studsbury to replace Eric Bieniemy, you know, who moved on to the Chefs. But if Studsbury has that respect to be hired and he says, hey, this running back that I worked with in Miami is worth a look because he would be of a benefit to this Bears squad. You know, I'm of the belief that Ben Johnson and Ryan Poles would listen to him.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like, but recognize that the team that has their contracts right now are paying them nothing. They're on rookie deals. So unless you're towards the end of your rookie deal, they're likely not to let go of that player regardless. Unless,
yeah. I mean,
you know what I mean? Like that's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, but the mechanics of it are one thing, you know, the value and the trade and all that. But the point being that Coach Studsbury's probably like, hey, this guy is a dog, and look into getting him.
If he's available, if they're available to move, like Nashawn Wright's an interesting comparison. If you're saying Nashawn Wright, he was buried under you know, in a depth chart for 3 years, and he's coming out of his rookie deal. So perfect reason for him to step out and be on another team in sort of a prove it fashion. Off he goes. These guys were drafted last season, right? Like I just don't. I would see them letting go of A-Chain before the two young guys. Because again, he's getting closer to the area where you're going to have to pay him.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, kids. I'm just saying this, especially when you get veteran coaches. If a coach comes from another place, especially the veteran coaches, like if you know anything about Eric Stootsville, wherever he's been at, the running game has been electric.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because he's been in a certain kind of system where it's that one cut, get upfield kind of offense that we're running now. San Francisco, he won a Super Bowl out there. They ran the shit out of the ball in Miami. You know, you say what you want about Tua, but A-Chain tore that shit up. It's the style of offense that they were running. And you have to honor that. And he's developing those guys behind A-Chain. And again, kids, I don't know what's going to happen with that. I think it's crazy for the Dolphins. I think he's one of the premier players in the league. And so unless they're planning on paying him, you know, then you can make an argument for them letting A-Chain go, but I don't see it.
Well, I think you guys made the argument better than I did, and that is you just drafted two young running backs behind Devin A-Chain. One kind of is a little bit like Devin A-Chain, as in Wright, and the other is that more of a bruiser back in Gordon. So you've got two guys behind this guy. Do we have to pay him, or can we get something for trading him before we have to pay him? So that's the logic that I'm looking at, as opposed to trading off the two younger guys who are paying nothing and will be here for 4 years that we just drafted.
It's good logic. It's good logic, Eds, but you just
I don't know everything. Just shit happens. Let's be real.
Turn himself into.
You know, but we are talking about Miami, so it doesn't have to all be logical.
Into number 0 for the Detroit Lions. Like they ain't coming off of that guy. That's the kind of premier player A-Chain just turned himself into. So he's extremely valuable.
Well, he was.
All right, man.
No. Hey, I just mean he was to Mike McDaniel in Mike McDaniel's scheme. And now, just given your same logic, new guy coming in the building, who knows what he values?
Right. He might not fit as well.
That's all I'm saying.
There is another signing. Safety Alohi Gilman from the Ravens is headed to the Chiefs for 3 years at $24.75 million, including $15 million guaranteed.
Why did he even get that kind of money?
Because he's
and
good.
then also
not him. I'm saying, where did the Chiefs get that kind?
Well, yeah, and I'm saying we're not done, because the Chiefs have also agreed to terms with wide receiver Tyquan Thornton on a 2-year, $11 million deal with a max value of $14 million.
Wow.
The speedster is back with Mahomes in KC.
Wow. I'm just saying, so they spent 15, another.
Well, they did trade away that cornerback, but I don't know how much he was making. They redid Mahomes' contract.
And Kelsey's coming back too.
Yeah,
they redid Mahomes' contract.
Like
That's where the money came from. That's where the money's coming.
And they scooped up. They're going to be running the ball with Gordon, and they're going to run in the defense
with Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, with Kenneth Walker. My bad. They're gonna take some pressure off Patrick Mahomes. They got Kelsey back in the fold for 1 year, $12 million. They're gonna run the ball and put an emphasis on it and play some doggone defense. In my opinion, now the Chiefs do draft well, especially in later rounds. And so a lot of some of those good pieces that they have, like the Raiders took 2 of their corners. No, not the Raiders, but the Rams took 2 of their corners, McDuffie and another guy. They took off of the Chiefs, man, because they draft those guys very well, man. They got a veteran defensive coordinator that really, really drafts corners well. And so they got too many of them to pay, and so they let 2 of the main cogs out. Now it's going to be, can they replace those guys with the same amount of production? But I do think they're setting up to be run first and defensive heavy.
Yeah, I mean, you just signed the Super Bowl MVP, running back. You're going to feed him because you're giving him $15 million a year.
Man, you know what? Leo Factor just made my heart sink.
What happened?
Because they let go of Rashawn Gary. Micah Parsons is off of a major knee injury. And so his price might be, his value might be really, really high in Green Bay.
For Trey Hendrickson.
Man,
speaking of don't having the money for it, do they have the money for it?
They'll make it happen, man, like they always do.
Yeah, the cap is a myth, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Patrick is saying the Chefs O-line, kind of sucks.
Can't win them all.
They suck at pass protection right now, but they all right at running the ball. They all right at that. It's just they didn't have the right running backs. But even though big number 27 is a horse, man, and he did the best that he could do, that number 10 ain't it.
No, Pacheco.
Yeah, he ain't it. That's why
he was flashing the pan.
Yep. That's why they went and got Kenneth Walker. He's gonna transform everything.
Oh yeah, that changes the game for the Chiefs.
Yeah,
huge shift.
But speaking of transforming everything, even though he's making $14 million a year because he's on the franchise tag, did you see the shade that Breece Hall was throwing at his organization when they were signing all these people? And he put out a tweet that basically said, "Oh, damn, Jets got an awful lot of money to sign all these contracts," kind of a laughing because he's on the franchise tag.
Yeah, what is the franchise tag value though?
$14.5 million.
At the running back position?
1 year.
They treated him because he was gonna get 20 somewhere. He would have.
I don't know. Like just not in that market, man.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. Like once you pay a running back $20 million, all the running backs are gonna want $20 million. And
there's another running
back just got 15.
But this is what I'm saying. Like if he set the market at 15, somebody else next year is going to try to get 15 at the top of that market.
There's a running back that got, I can't think of who he is right now. I'm sorting through my mind. The running back market has gone up now all of a sudden.
Sorta.
Isn't Walker the highest paid?
He's probably Kenneth Walker would be the highest paid. I would have to assume, because even if y'all remember just a year and a bit ago, Saquon
was trying to get 12.
And Derrick Henry got 10, Saquon got 12. They could barely get sustainable numbers that they appreciated. But
who's a better running back, Travis Etienne or Breece Hall?
Personally, I would say Breece Hall.
Yeah, I'll say Breece Hall because he's a little bit nimbler, faster. Nimbler, is that a word?
You might want to check Travis Etienne's numbers. Mm-hmm.
Travis Etienne got replaced twice.
Well, That's why he's
not a Jacksonville Jaguar anymore. Got replaced by.
It's not what you say; it's what the market says.
That's why he's on. Why he's on the market is because he got replaced. Who's a cat? He wound up in Philadelphia. Tank
Bigsby.
Tank Bigsby replaced his ass in a way that they were like, we don't even know if we want you to play ever again. Definitely ain't paying you. Now he's gone.
He had a bomb-ass second half of the season, I'll tell you that.
He had to come back and prove his theory, and they also made sure that he did so they could get something out of it, and still wound up getting nothing out of it. And that's part and parcel. So, I guess they did get something out of it. They traded Tank. That's what they got. They had to trade Tank to see if he was worth keeping. And in the end, they decided he wasn't.
I think the proof is in the pudding, kids. It's clear to everybody 2 years running that a strong defense, strong, young, fast, physical defense, along with a strong running game, will win you a championship. Hence, why the running back market has gone up.
Yep. That's gone up a little bit. That is truth. But the entire market always goes up every year. So there is that.
Yeah. Well, the cap's going up, the market's going up.
Uncle Nick died again, didn't he?
No, I'm just did he? I don't know.
Hey, we got let's see, Greg Gabriel posted. He just talked to a friend with the Rams organization, and Big Maple Gallimore played for the Rams in 2024. And the friend said that Gallimore is a stud, snap to whistle guy, will be good versus run and as a pass rusher. He also knows Bryant. Said that Bryant may be one of the most undervalued players in the league.
Agreed.
And so these are, two of our free agent signings today. Because what? The power of polls compels you.
I'm being honest with you, Kez, and not because you're here and you're from Canada and Gallimore's from Canada, but I am totally blown away by the Neville Gallimore I saw in Dallas versus the Neville Gallimore I see now. It blows me away. I'm serious, man. Like I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that this guy has completely transformed. I mean, you talking about caterpillar to butterfly. Man, I mean, I'm talking about one of the more improved players I've seen in 5 years. That I'm not kidding you when I say Neville Gallimore has gotten so much better. It's like when DeForest Buckner went down at some point in Indianapolis this year, right? And Neville Gallimore had to play a bigger role. It looked better with Neville Gallimore, and DeForest Buckner is one of the top 5 3-techs in the league.
Man, the one thing I will say is the kids that I'll never forget about Neville is his hands, man. His hands,
powerful.
They are like, he got thick, strong ass hands, bro. I remember shaking his hand and being like, damn, like I wouldn't want to be an old lineman in front of you with them, with your paws on. I wouldn't want that at all. But he's got these mitts on him, man. But,
so thick, hands so thick you can use them as a cutting board.
You know what I'm saying? Like thick, bro, and powerful. I was quite surprised. But yeah, man, I'm excited that he's here. I think he's going to be a great piece on that defensive line. And we'll see what else Ryan Poles does with it, man.
They got a younger, and I know David Onyemata was on their list. I know that because he's one of Dennis Allen's guys. But, man, Neville Gallimore is a younger version of what happened, Trip?
Oh, the Blackhawks won in overtime.
Oh, man, I thought it was a move or something. Fuck the Blackhawks.
Hey, settle down.
But Neville Gallimore, I'm telling you, I'm going to be hooting and hollering about him all year. I'm going to be hooting and hollering about him all year. He's a little wrecking ball, man. And one thing I will give him a little criticism. He's got to get better because he's so good as a pass rusher from inside. I think that's why they got him. It's because he can create pressures from the inside of the defensive line that not a lot of guys can. And so they insist on wanting to rush with 4. And so this guy's going to help you in that regard. Now, his run stoppage has gotten better since he was in Dallas. He's better than he was, but he still got work to do in that department. And I think he's going to be I think he's basically insurance for Grady Jarrett not being right.
You nailed that one. Like, he's kind of a Grady Jarrett in his own right. So we'll see much more of that as the season progresses. I don't want to, Grady Jarrett's a bit of a legend in his own respect. I don't want to put that on Neville but
he's good, man.
we're going to see it this season, and this little comparison is going to come back.
Don't be scared to raise the bar for him, man, because I think he can get there.
Well, what is evidence from what you're just saying is that he's been raising the bar for himself over the course of these last couple of years. So, big thumbs up, and I hope he continues to do so.
I know this, man. I think he's going to be one of the fan favorites in Chicago. People are going to love Neville Gallimore. He plays with intensity. He plays with a lot of motor, and his pressures from the inside are noticeable. And so when he does get rotation, don't be surprised if he, depending on what we do in this draft and the rest of this free agency, don't be surprised if he, at some point during the year, gets the lion's share of the rep count.
You mean he's taking like reps from Big Dex?
Dex is going to be more, I think, more nose guard in this defense now.
Yeah, Paul Martin,
more of a 3-tech.
He's definitely Caribbean. His grandparents are friends with my aunt and uncle, and my dad used to play dominoes with his granddad for sure. But
domino mother.
So it's a thing. Like the Jamaican community is a thing. They just drink they drink Ray and nephews and play dominoes and cuss each other out and play reggae every weekend. It's religious, but it is what it is.
Man, I got to make some more reggae music. I got to make some more.
Mm-hmm.
It comes out.
But before we go any further, got to give a shout out to all of the No Maniacs, all of the kids, Canuckers, and all of the sports Chicago stylers. Those are the diehard bear lovers, football lovers that are tuning in on what's today? It's March 9th, 10 p.m. Hearing what the Bears and just in general NFL football talk is happening. So please make sure you are all subscribed and make sure you join us again Wednesday night on some extra sauce. And we will be discussing more signings because I guarantee you, we ain't done.
By the way, Trips, just to put the icing on the cake, we're giving you guys somewhere to be at as far as this free agency thing is going. We're just letting the thing play out the way it's supposed to play out. And we're here with the coverage for you all. And so the very least you could do is make sure you show some love to all 3 channels, please.
Yeah, give us a like, share, subscribe at all 3 of the channels: Keds of Canuck, Nomad Network, Sports Chicago Style. Leave a comment. Send us a tweet on Twitter. Just don't tweet Nomad; he will not respond. That being said, we appreciate you guys jumping in. Except for Mark Go Pack Go, no love for Mark Go Pack Go. And if I had $1 million, if it weren't for the money, I'd be a millionaire.
I think they lost too much, but they draft well, so I can't say they lost. What's his name?
Coby. Don't be giving them no love, man. I'm trying to say,
hey man, it's the competitor in me, kids. I appreciate the opponent, man.
Trying to say FGB. That's what I'm trying.
Well, you still say that. Appreciate that.
You will never learn how to kick my ass unless you learn my tendencies.
Well, if anything, it's always about the Packers.
Always.
I wanted him too, Pilgrim. I really wanted him. That would have put us kind of over the top, but I think because he's off the market, I do think they're gonna have to make some room for Devin Duvernay one more time.
Devin, I appreciate the hardcoreness, but we need a little more juice back there. On the returns.
Come on, man. He brought it when he needed to.
No, he's like one of the top returners in the league, Trip.
Right. I don't know what Trip talking about.
I know, like at first, like the first couple of mocks I did, I was like, man, you know what I mean? Like, let me get some new blood. And then I did just a little bit of research. He's actually one of the top returners in the league. That's fine. He doesn't command a big salary. He can stay.
I would just like if he was able to, make a house call or two.
Yeah, me too. That is preferred, but he's one of the top guys. He's getting some of the most yardage back.
Yeah, and I will say he is better than Vijay. You know, granted, VJJ got a Super Bowl ring now because he was there, but you know,
Man,
return
I like
wise,
the
is
JJ,
more
but
stable.
Here y'all being messy
I
again.
keep dropping my balls, man. I like
Y'all being messy again, like some goddamn divas. Messy, man.
I love how even just his initials touches his heart. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, messy for no goddamn reason.
Sometimes
name
it's
that.
Trace.
You don't think his parents knew that his name was Jones Jr. and they put a V in front of it? What was they expecting?
You know, I always wonder where you get the goddamn name Bayless.
Walking in the rain. Every time I think of this man,
I bet he's been fighting all his life about that name.
He was holding
Hands and I never
be
be
the
the
You know, like 90% of everybody listening don't got no goddamn idea.
You have a good day today? Oh yeah, I followed you.
I followed you.
What?
Oh,
that sounds like something that VJJ would be singing and saying.
The whole time he's holding a ferret. Oh shit, man! I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. For reference, y'all got to check out Orange Juice Jones "Walking in the Rain" video. It's guaranteed on YouTube.
Don't do that. You might as well get yourself a Atari, man. That's what that video.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Hey, baby, sit down.
Crumb cake ass.
Oh, that's about funny. The messiest video ever.
That video's awesome, man. I followed you.
Like, what's you
up to today?
You're admitting he a stalker.
Oh, he told the world he was a stalker.
Rico man. He's like, put all that stuff on the table and get out.
He told the whole world, man.
He told a little girl, you dismissed after you followed her all day. No, you just your whole ass on.
You leaving the same way you came into this house with nothing. Nothing.
Still out there. Yeah. I know. They waiting, they trying to get his market value down. And he's trying to wait for the market value. He's like, man, he's strangling. Romeo Dobbs is good, man.
That's so funny.
You know, but what is it like every day that free agency goes on, the prices go down? So
not really. You think Hendrickson's price is going down?
Yeah, it is. Watch.
I don't think so.
It's gonna go down a little bit if by the end of the week.
19 sacks. Hell no.
It's gonna go down a little bit.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, I think he's still gonna make above 30.
He's gonna make.
It's you thinking it's going down the market value, and then there's hardball by teams with the money. There's a difference.
So I think you nailed it, because right now there would be a bidding war for his services is the way that I'm looking at it. If there's a bidding war for his services, all bets are off. He's making 30 and then some. It's quiet right now. I think it's tumbleweeds and quiet, and I think that's on purpose. But again, end of the week, maybe it heats up and it becomes a bidding war between two factions. Who knows? But right now,
watch out for a team like the Chiefs. Watch out for.
I think the Chiefs just blew their wad, man.
The Chiefs, man. I keep trying to tell you, man. Whatever you think about,
maybe there's more money there from the Patrick Mahomes restructure.
If they want Trey Hendrickson in Kansas City, he's going to be in Kansas City.
Damn,
it's a team like that.
Cowboys are interesting. That much I can.
A team like the 49ers who think that. Okay, we tired of Bosa going through this shit. There's that team. There's teams like that's right there pecking at that window. Right there pecking it. Think about 4-3 type of defenses. That's 49ers. That's
true.
Well, Dallas, right?
Oh, don't touch that.
They're all of a sudden they're in the 3-4.
Oh, Dallas is okay, so that kind of takes them out.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, those two teams in particular, maybe. I'm just trying to think of a team that I'm not thinking of. Don't rule out the Giants either.
No. Giants ain't they're not in the edge rusher market. They've got.
I've been hearing stories about they wanting to trade one of them.
Yeah, they probably want to get rid of Thibodeau, but I think he's a free agent now. I
No,
think.
he ain't no
Oh,
fucking.
he's
He
not
might
on the
get
market.
another year.
He's not out there.
So he's still under another year's
Yeah, he
contract.
has another year.
I
On
think
him.
the Bears have been. I think the Bears have been in conversations about him.
They have.
I think they did that 5-year option, 5th-year option. So
Yeah,
he's still
they have.
under the
They're
contract.
looking at maybe trading Tremaine over there to get Thibodeau, but they wanted capital back, and they weren't. The Giants weren't willing.
So next, because whenever Trey Hendrickson gets a contract, it's going to be for about another 3 years, and you're going to be stuck with that for 3 years. Versus, well, I think you can probably convince him to take a 1 or 2 year. Versus Thibodeau, who's going to cost you for the next 4 years, big, and there's a difference there. I take some gut punches for 2 years versus 4.
Yeah, get it in, get it out. No long-term deal. Headache. But something that I do want to clean up that I misspoke earlier, and I heard Greg Gabriel clean it up, and it made sense. But looking was talking about like the comp picks for the players that the Bears lose in free agency. They sign for a certain amount versus how much the Bears pay for free agency. You get comp picks according to that. And I mistakenly said that Tremaine Edmonds, his deal in New York, would go toward the Bears, but it doesn't because Tremaine wasn't a free agent. He was cut. So that doesn't go toward that formula.
Oh man.
So it's
You can't even trip over a comp pick.
No. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
But back to Hendrickson, the teams that still have money or can create money and still have a needed edge. We saw those prices, Oway and Osai and the guys that got signed today. Jalen Phillips, $25 million a year. Granted, Phillips is younger than Hendrickson, but Hendrickson is more accomplished than Phillips, so he's definitely making more than 25.
Hey, Trips, you want to hear some crazy shit I've heard over the last 48 hours? Bears trying to trade for Jalen Carter.
Yeah, I saw that. Or I saw that he was on the block and that Bears were among interested teams.
I'm like, man, that's crazy. I think people just like, come on, man.
What do you call that? Bait of clickbait?
I like, come on, dog. Just go rob an old lady at Aldi or something, man.
Oh, not the old lady when she cashed
you need some money. Just go and hit upside the head and go and take a purse.
Oh, you got to hit her. Just take the purse. She's gonna get concussed.
No violence. I'm just kidding, y'all.
But it is crazy though, right?
Like, I mean, really? Really? I can't believe people would have been for 48 hours getting clicks off of this shit.
Hey.
But that just shows you how feeble the fan bases are. People will listen to that shit.
But the thing is, people will understand that it's fake or clickbait, but then they'll repost it, saying, this is funny. Or don't specify that it's clickbait or that they understand that it's fake news. And so you are denouncing the clickbait material at the very same time you're reposting and sharing it.
I think people put too much relevance to social media. Number one. Number two is, hey man, I think at this point, and I would have said something different about 3, 4, 5 years ago, but I do believe 90% of people that really, really engage in social media, they're delusional, man. They are.
That's why they on social media, because they ain't got no friends in real life.
They're very delusional, man. It's like, man, come on. You just trick yourself into believing whatever the fuck you want, won't you? Like, come on, man. There's no realism to some of the thoughts that some of these people have. None whatsoever. There's no relation to reality. but they will trick themselves into believing that this is true. A fat man don't like grease. And I can give you every fact telling you opposite of that.
I'm not skinny, and I'm not the biggest fan of grease.
Well, I mean,
Just
but
saying.
you like grease, motherfucker. I know you.
I'm not a fan of grease. I'd much rather non-greasy
I know how
things.
much you like burgers. Shut up, kids. For karate.
You don't eat no fried chicken?
But like, I can squeeze the grease out of burger.
Shut up, kids.
Let it drip onto the fries and sop them up. Then
you know damn well.
No, I put my fries on paper towels so the grease comes out.
Oh, and then dip them in mayonnaise.
Hey, this site is social.
Well, mayonnaise ain't grease.
Paul, you're right. This is
vegetable sauce.
There's a lot of grease in mayonnaise, man.
What are we talking about here?
There's a lot of oil. There's a lot of oil in mayonnaise, man.
Oil and grease are two different things.
No, it ain't. It's grease.
It certainly is. Oils can be good for you.
And if you ain't got no lotion, they're both lubricants.
Then that's it. You might need yourself some mayonnaise, bro.
I ain't fat.
Man, let's get the hell out of here, man. 11 o'clock, 11:30, man. I got to get something to drink.
I ain't fat. I'm just big bone.
Mm-hmm. There it is. Big and thick. There you go. Big boned it. I'm just heavy set.
He's heavy set. Look,
Never ain't fat. He just got big bones, man.
Or you know, for those of us who grew up a certain way, husky.
Oh,
I know. Hey, man, you ever? I'm telling you, man. I've seen kids like grow faster than they should.
Hold on. I got the no sugar maple syrup right now. It's a new thing. It's killing it. Unaliving it. Man,
is it grade A?
It is grade A. It's super good. I was like, I don't want this. This is gonna be garbage. And it was so fire the other day, man. I had some chicken and waffle, a little bit of hot sauce in there. You wouldn't know the difference.
Was it chicken fried?
Well,
I haven't tasted syrup.
Yeah. Chicken and waffle. What the hell?
I haven't tasted.
And it might have been cooked in grease too, like just to put that out there.
I haven't tasted syrup in decades, man. Decades.
You haven't tasted what?
Syrup.
Yeah, he don't like sweets. Pancakes, French toast, waffles. No syrup.
Man, I ain't touched that shit in 20 years.
I'm sorry. Like maple syrup is like a real natural sugar.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about Aunt Jemima and shit. I'm talking like actual from you pull it out a tree. You know what I mean? And pasteurize that shit. This is real natural sweetness, like you get out of a fruit. Man, you gotta use that to substitute certain things.
Because remember back in the day when it was just generic aisles and it had just block letters, syrup, and it was basically just kind of colored sweetened water. And I think that's what Nomad had because he ain't had the good stuff.
No, the good stuff will change your life, bro. I'm just telling you. You can put that in other things. You can put that in your cooking, and you would be surprised as an alternative to regular processed sugar.
Hey, I'll tell you the last time I tasted syrup, I'm at one of my homeboys' cribs. Me and him did an all-nighter of Madden. We just went. We smoked out from about, I got off work probably about 11:30, got to his crib about somewhere around 12:30. I get over there and I'm off for the next couple of days, and so is he. And this is a long time ago. And we just burning, we smoking out. So his girl was getting off of work after an overnight. She comes into the house probably about 7:45, 8 o'clock in the morning. And she just like, you MFers want something to eat? God damn, y'all been in here all night. She talking mad shit, making me want to leave. And he says, no, hold up. She gonna make us something to eat. And so she went in there and made some cheesy scrambled eggs, some pancakes, and some Johnsonville maple sausage. With the maple syrup. Good maple syrup out of a nice. She got that shit from one of those farmers market. It was some really good homemade syrup. Man, dude. And I think with some hash browns on that thing.
Get that from the Amish. They do a good out.
That's the last time I
need some apple butter if we talking Amish shit.
I was like, man, dude. He was like, man, she do this shit all the time, bro. I was like, you gonna fuck around and get knocked. because man, that shit was good. But I just wasn't big with the syrup. Mixing the Johnsonville sausage links on it kind of made the eggs and sausage taste better. That's really what I was on, and the hash browns. I care less about them pancakes, but I ate them because she made them for me. Just being courteous, man. But that's the last time I tasted syrup, man. Long time ago.
Well, every good Canadian boy has to mess with at least a little bit of it. It is all over here. But when you're sugar, it's a good transition.
I just don't
know. Jordan Love, Jared Goff, and whoever the hell the quarterback is in Minnesota, they're gonna get a big taste of some Big Maple though. Big Maple. Up middle. Let's go.
I think his name is solidified in the community now. Big Maple.
They'll be serving pancakes too, bro.
Pancakes.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and give some pleasantries. I could tell kids he's hungry now.
I ain't hungry, but I'm definitely thirsty. I need something to drink, man. I need some water. But that being said, thanks for hanging with us on a fantastic free agency frenzy Monday. Happy Monday to all y'all. Enjoy your Tuesday, and we'll see you again on Wednesday for Extra Sauce. I could go through everybody in the chat, but we're up to, I don't know, about almost 130 odd people in the chat. So shout out to all you regulars, the Scrolls, Patrick Higgins, Cloud Chasers Radio, FFG Style, Smitty Q, AC Adam, Mr. Mayhem, Foster Covers, and we'll leave it. Oh, Barlissimo was even in here with us for a little bit. True Pilgrim, big ups to you too. White G was with us as well, and absolutely zero love for Mark. Go Pack Go. He's the new Don, bro. That being said, Trip.
Yeah, big up. And once again, thanks for everybody hanging out with us that came in early for the free agency opening tampering period. Hanging out and sharing and building, and our little community here, Nomad Network, Kids of Canuck, Sport Chicago Style. We appreciate you, and we're gonna keep the content rolling as the next major event, the draft. Mongo.
No, just threw me for a loop. There's 8,999 ass kissers before this guy. Just threw me for a loop for a second, but sorry, no man.
He's perfect.
Don't worry about it, man. Hey, you know what? I had more fun doing this show than I thought I would, because I'm with the boys, man. That's what we do. We have fun. We laugh. We talk shit to each other. And you enjoy it. That's why you're here. And so I just want to thank everybody for being here. Everybody that supports everything that we do on Kids of Canucks channel and on Sports Chicago Style, and of course here on the Nomad Network. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button, man. It's totally free. Either one of them ain't gonna cost you nothing. Don't be no hater, man. Be a lover. Love us, because we love you all. Just telling you, I'm appreciative of having a platform that people will listen to what we say, and pretty accurate around here. And I think the Bears are just getting started. I think there's a bevy of moves waiting to be made, because we don't have kind of the depth on the roster that we're supposed to. But I think some things had to fit into a certain place before we can start giving some credence to some of the moves that's going to have to happen in the next 48 hours, man. There's going to be a lot of signings. I would just say there's a Kevin Bryant watch for a lot of people. He ain't off the market, so that means to me that he's got hopes to come back to Chicago. I'm sure at this point Kevin Bryant could be going somewhere to some other team, but I think he hopes to come back here for the right price, and I think at some point they'll get there. I do believe that. I do believe Jaquan Brisker is gone. I think we can forget about that, but there's other things to be done on this roster, man. I mean, a lot. We took care of the linebackers for the most part. I still think there's work to do there. We lost an edge rusher in Dominique Robinson. There's going to have to be some things done in the next couple of days that you may or may not see coming. I do love the re-signing of Braxton Jones and getting him in here for a year and seeing how that plays out. I think it's a good safety measure for the team to keep stability with the new offense that we've just installed. Caleb Williams being young, I think it's a good thing. That's just the way I feel about it. You know, everybody will have their complaints about Braxton Jones, and I won't argue with you. I just think it's a wise move for the team. And so, with that being said, I do love the picks that we got today. Love Coby Bryant. Absolutely love Neville Gallimore and the player he's become. And I got to stop there because I'm going to go on and on about Neville Gallimore. But I appreciate you guys for being here. Stay tuned this Wednesday. Unless we have some breaking news that's crazy, I might have to pop on here tomorrow, but we'll see. So until then, we'll wait till Wednesday and we'll get to it all on that day on some extra sauce. Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central. But before we go, I got to leave you guys with these famous words. Love, peace, and hair grease, y'all.